Welcome to the Vault XL. Thank you for joining me. The latest commentaries pertaining to Sebastian Rogers. FBI has offered up $50,000 reward in any information in the said case. Hope you all are well. CBS Austin is the source.
I think it's important that at the end of the day that we all remain hopeful. I think there have been, miracles happen every day. Now continuing coverage of another Amber Alert that so many of you have been following. Today marks 2 weeks since 15-year-old Sebastian Rogers went to his bed in Shackle Island at his house there, not to be seen again. Many gathering for a prayer vigil at his high school this evening. Sebastian's disappearance has certainly gripped hearts across Middle Tennessee and beyond. Now, the Sumner County Sheriff's Office launched a massive search for the teen with autism. For more than a week, they searched. Sebastian's biological mother, Katie Proudfoot, and stepfather, Christopher Proudfoot, believe he walked off in the middle of the night. But there's no trace of Sebastian that has been found by investigators on video, by witnesses, or scent picked up by any dogs. This week, investigators combed a landfill in Kentucky, detectives again saying that they came up empty-handed. Tonight, dozens of people gathered at Beach High School, Sebastian's school just down the road from his home. The community wearing green, Sebastian's favorite color, as they prayed together. A statement from Sebastian's mother was also read aloud.
We want to let the community know that we don't have words to express our gratitude for the support we have received in searching for our son. We pray that everyone continues to help search and pray that we find him and bring him home safe.
Before that vigil, community members passed out flyers again, hoping that any type of awareness may help bring Sebastian home.
Our community is not going to forget any child, not going to forget any part of our community, and that we're here together in solidarity to be supportive of the efforts to bring him home.
Earlier in the week, the Sumner County Sheriff's Office announced they were scaling back the search effort and focusing more on the investigation aspect into Sebastian's disappearance. Now, anyone with information about where Sebastian could possibly be should immediately call 1-800-TBI-FIND.
All right, everybody. Thank you for joining me. 1 second. Let's see. Hold on.
The security video provided by neighbors and some businesses in that area. They're also looking at data from the 15-year-old's cell phone and video game system. So far, though, they say it hasn't provided any answers about Rogers' whereabouts. He disappeared from the Shackle Island community near Beach High School, where he's a freshman, on February 26th. It has now been 1 month since 15-year-old Sebastian Rogers disappeared from his home.
Okay, that's older content. They're just running concurrent. Thank you. Shackle Island. Never heard it called that. Interesting. Let's go into the belly of the beast. Let's see. The date on this says August 27th, but when you look at the content, it looks old. I'm going to go to WSNV Nashville. This content was uploaded 2 days ago. Thank you for your time. Hello, everybody in the chat. This was published August 26. Federal investigators are offering $50,000 reward for information in the case of missing teenager Sebastian Rogers. The Sumner County Sheriff's Office announced Monday. The 15-year-old who has autism was last seen 6 months ago, February 26. Sebastian went missing from his mother's Hendersonville home wearing a black sweatshirt, black sweatpants, and black square frame glasses. According to the FBI, the reward money is being offered to anyone who can help in Sebastian's safe return or the arrest and conviction of those responsible for his disappearance. It's being offered by the Federal Bureau of Investigation in Memphis field office. To hear this is huge, it's big, Courtney Kenny said. With everybody struggling right now and the economy being so bad, I feel like if somebody knows something, I feel like 50 grand is a lot to push somebody into saying something. Kenny drove down to Middle Tennessee from Ohio to take part in a weekend vigil for Sebastian at a rally at the Sumner County Sheriff's Office on Monday. Just knowing that he's out there, nobody knows, and there's absolutely nothing that leads us anywhere. I just think it's very important to keep his name out there. Kenny said you can't just disappear. A kid doesn't vanish. There's something, there's someone, so we'll find it. If you have any information pertaining to the disappearance of this said child, 615-451-3838, or you can dial 1-800-TBI-FIND or tips to TBI at lowercase tbi.tn.gov, your local FBI office, the nearest American embassy or consulate, or you can submit a tip online at tips.fbi.gov, all lowercase. Very interesting information. My. Hold on. I'm trying to see if I can get some other audio to play. Hello, everybody. It's also another child missing out of Nashville. It's a Caucasian female child, girl child, 14-year-old. Let's see. Okay, hold on. Still trying to find something else. I don't know why that content that I played earlier, they had on winter clothes, so it looks, I don't know, but they're just playing it from something older. It's kind of strange because it looked like it was winter time, that video. Let me see what I can pull up here from Fox 17. Hope everybody's well. Hello, Breezy. How are you? One second, everybody. I'm trying to upload something. It's taking forever. Let me look somewhere else. This isn't working out. Very warm here in East Tennessee. I'm sure it's warm in other places too. One second, everybody. I think I found something. The news articles, their content don't upload well.
That at the end of the day, that we all remain hopeful. I think.
Okay, so that's the same content I played earlier. So it's weird.
One long nightmare.
The nightmare continues tonight for that man, the father of missing Sumner County teacher, I should say teenager, Sebastian Rogers. Today marks 6 months since Rogers disappeared from his home near.
Oh, Lordy. Sorry about that. Oh, mercy. This is turning into a nightmare. Sorry about that.
Bluetooth connected.
Now live in the area in Hendersonville where the search stands tonight.
Let me start over.
6 months. One long nightmare.
The nightmare continues tonight for that man, the father of missing Sumner County teacher, I should say teenager, Sebastian Rogers. Today marks 6 months since Rogers disappeared from his home near Beach High School, literally without a trace. Fox 17 News' Karen Aguilar now live in the area in Hendersonville where the search stands tonight. Karen?
Scott, today the FBI offered a $50,000 reward. It's the latest attempt to solve a case that's gone cold. The missing boy's father tells me he still has hope his son can be found.
I don't know what's going on. And I'm on a tilt-a-whirl.
Seth Rogers is torn apart. There is still no trace of his 15-year-old son, Sebastian Rogers, who has autism. Investigators say he was last seen on February 26th in the area of Stafford Court in Hendersonville.
It's a 15-year-old missing child. He's my son.
His biological mother, Katie Proudfoot, previously told Fox 17 News she last saw her son Sebastian the night before in their Hendersonville home. Sebastian lived with his mother and her husband, Chris Proudfoot. The two did not want to comment. The TBI, who partners with the FBI and the Sumner County Sheriff's Office, told Fox 17 News, quote, "No evidence at this time indicating criminal activity is involved," end quote. Seth tells me the FBI offering a $50,000 reward is great, but wants more from local law
Go
enforcement.
back to that.
Chris Proudfoot. The two did not want to comment. The TBI, who partners with the FBI and the Sumner County Sheriff's Office, told Fox 17 News, quote, "No evidence at this time indicating criminal activity is involved," end quote. Seth tells me the FBI offering a $50,000 reward is great, but wants more from local law enforcement. His mother and her husband, Chris Proudfoot. The two did not want to comment. The TBI, who partners with the FBI and the Sumner County Sheriff's Office, told Fox 17 News, quote, "No evidence at this time indicating criminal activity is involved," end quote. Seth tells me the FBI offering a $50,000 reward is great, but wants more from local law enforcement.
I wish that there was agencies that were emotionally invested to do their job.
Seth has hired a private investigator to continue looking for his son.
I will not fail my son.
Sebastian Rogers' last sighting was just a block from where I'm standing, and since that last sighting, there hasn't been any trace of him. So the FBI is hoping that that $50,000 reward is enough for someone to come forward with any information on his disappearance. If you do have information, you can contact the Sumner County Sheriff's Office, or you can call 1-800-TBI-FIND. Reporting live in Hendersonville, Karen Aguilar, Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.
Karen, thank you. Of course, Fox 17 News has been there every step of the way in the ongoing search for young Sebastian Rogers. You can see all of our previous reporting for yourself at fox17.com. Just search Sebastian, and be sure to make Fox Nashville, our Facebook page, a favorite for all of our newscasts and the latest videos.
Okay, so, a lot to digest. Going in the queue, pulling up anything on the latest pertaining to this child missing. Let's see. So that was Fox 17. There was something else I had here. Let me see. Let's see.
It says Sebastian's Army, and members of Sebastian's Army back here behind me are outside the sheriff's office today, reminding everyone that it was 6 months ago that Sebastian Rogers disappeared from his home in Hendersonville.
Today is the 6-month anniversary of him going missing, and it's very important to keep Sebastian's name out in the public so he's not forgotten. And we were very pleased to hear about the $50,000 reward. That's going to be very helpful.
Yes, now the FBI is offering a $50,000 reward for any information that leads to the missing 15-year-old with autism.
I hope that's the catalyst to make something move.
Ken Widener with Sumner County EMA heads up the continuing search effort for Sebastian. To date, they found no trace of the teen. Yes, it's possible Sebastian wandered off on his own, but the FBI reward money concedes the very real possibility of foul play.
If somebody were to have done something and they told somebody something, it may be what it takes for that person to get that off their chest and make the right decision.
And now the TBI references the reward for information leading to Sebastian or to the arrest and conviction of those responsible for his disappearance. Now, remember, investigators have never named any suspects.
Any evidence of foul play. We have not cleared anyone, but we have absolutely no evidence to support foul play.
Still, after 6 months with no good leads, everyone wonders how a child alone could vanish without a trace. So the hope is someone out there knows something and calls in the key tip to 1-800-TBI-FIND and helps solve the mystery of what happened to Sebastian Rogers. Nick Barris, News Channel 5.
All right, News 5. Nick's been on the case for some time now, 6 months. Woo! Where is this going? ABC 3340 is the next source. Let's see. I'm going to skim over this one article. It's old content from a day ago. I think they're just backtracking.
Bring him home safe.
Before that, visual community members passed out flyers again, hoping that any type of awareness
It's just older
begins.
content.
His smile lights up the world. He is my heart. If you get to know him,
Hello, Luminous.
you'll smile all the time. When you see him coming, you'll smile. When you hear his laughter, it's the sun coming through the clouds. He is joy.
But that joy ended a month ago for Seth Rogers when his son Sebastian is believed to have walked off from his home in the middle of the night. That, according to Sebastian's mother and stepfather, Katie and Chris Proudfoot. Since investigators scaled back their initial ground search to focus more on the investigative side of the case, Rogers says he has not relented in looking for his boy.
Every day. Every day. I have to. Stop looking is to give up hope.
Rogers is now getting help from the United Cajun Navy, an organization that's aided in hundreds of search and rescues and disasters across the country.
Gives me even more hope. More hope that the professionals have arrived. The people that are going to lead this. They're going to find my son. And they're going to bring him back to me.
The nonprofit was already in Nashville, helping during the search for missing Mizzou student Riley Strain. Now they'll be coordinating search teams, tracking dogs, and even water searches if necessary for Sebastian. Rogers saying his inquisitive son could be anywhere.
Because knowing him and his curiosity, he might be there. Don't leave any stone unturned.
This, says Sebastian's mother and stepfather, have not been seen in the search efforts. Countless theories about what happened to Sebastian and the family are plastered continually on social media.
I don't. I found out over an hour after his mother found out he was gone. Foul play is still negativity. He's out there. We just got to find him.
Rogers is now calling for more volunteers to help comb Sumner County, he says, beyond the first week's search radius of 5 miles.
But we haven't found him yet, so we can't give up hope. We still have to keep looking for him until we find him. We're Sebastian's Army.
I'm Kelly Avellino for Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.
We ourselves having an autistic child hits very close to home.
The search for 15-year-old Sebastian Rogers continues tonight in Sumner County, and it is not getting any easier for the community.
Well, multiple law enforcement agencies involved in this ground search today, and civilians are joining the search too, all in an effort to try to bring this teenager home. Fox 17 News' Caitlin Miller joining us live from TBI's headquarters in East Nashville with more. Caitlin?
Yes, Megan and Scott, TBI says that they don't want to leave one stone unturned. So they've been out there every day and night investigating. And so have volunteers. We have spoken with a group today who's been handing out these flyers to keep Sebastian's name and image out in the public eye. Rod Schwint lives in Sebastian Rogers' neighborhood and has an autistic daughter.
It could be my walked away and disappeared without a trace.
Schwint says it's been a very difficult 5 weeks for the community. And Schwint says it's been very invasive for the neighborhood. He explains there's been both law enforcement, but also random vehicles coming through their street.
People have been coming in almost daily, and they've had to report them to the sheriff's department. They've come in TikTokers that are nationally known, trying to get pictures of the family and so on, that they've been flying drones over houses.
Perry Buckner is an independent volunteer. She says her group has been handing out flyers and doing their own ground search.
If we get permission from families to go and search your properties or anything like that, we'll go out and we'll look.
Buckner says she's been respectful of people's private properties, but adds since they're working separately from law enforcement, they stay out of their way.
When they said today that they were going to be searching in an area, we took that into consideration and we avoided that area completely.
Buckner says their goal is to keep Sebastian's name and face public so they can all work together to bring Sebastian home to his family.
It's never been easier to put on your shoes and help.
Sorry about that. Brief intermission. Catch that. Lord have mercy.
TBI says that you can email or call them with any tips. They say that they're taking every tip very seriously and will follow up if needed. Reporting live from East Nashville, I'm Caitlin Miller, Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.
Dozens of bikers rumbled through Sumner County over the weekend to raise awareness into the ongoing search for missing 15-year-old Sebastian Rogers. Meanwhile, Sebastian's dad is still desperately looking for answers.
If I get sleep, I have dreams of my son. When I wake up, he's not here.
For Sebastian's father, he says the last 12 weeks have felt like a real-life nightmare.
Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers is out there somewhere, and my goal was to find him.
Jeeps, bikers, and riders revved through the Hendersonville area on Sunday, not wanting the search for Sebastian to go silent.
He went to Beach High School. He lived right there, less than half a mile from here, just like Sebastian. My son's autistic, just like Sebastian. And it hit home. I told my wife, I said, this could have been my son, just as easy.
The event saw turnout from bikers who came from as far as Texas and California, along with others who requested the ride be live streamed so they could watch from Ireland and Australia.
Gives me hope. It gives me hope that my son's case isn't going to become a cold case.
Seth says that he recently made a trip to North Carolina trying to follow a tip about a possible sighting of Sebastian. Unfortunately, that's one of many tips that haven't panned out. Seth says it still gives him hope. Maggie Weaver, News Channel 9.
My son deserves better.
In Operation Crime and Justice, the father of missing Sumner County teenager Sebastian Rogers sharing his frustration over the lack of answers in the case 6 months after his son's disappearance. Fox 17 News' Karen Aguilar tonight with a significant update in this case.
Today, the FBI offered a $50,000 reward. It is the latest attempt to solve a case that's gone cold. The missing boy's father tells me he still has hope that his son will be found.
I don't know what's going on, and I'm on a tilt-a-whirl.
Seth Rogers is torn apart. There is still no trace of his 15-year-old son, Sebastian Rogers, who has autism. Investigators say he was last seen on February 26th in the area of Stafford Court in Hendersonville.
It's a 15-year-old missing child. He's my son.
His biological mother, Katie Proudfoot, previously told Fox 17 News she last saw her son Sebastian the night before in their Hendersonville home. Sebastian lived with his mother and her husband, Chris Proudfoot. The two did not want to comment. The TBI, who partners with the FBI and the Sumner County Sheriff's Office, told Fox 17 News, quote, no evidence at this time indicating criminal activity is involved, end quote. Seth tells me the FBI offering a $50,000 reward is great, but wants more from local law enforcement.
I wish that there was agencies that were emotionally invested to do their job.
Seth has hired a private investigator to continue looking for his son.
I will not fail my son.
I'm about a block away from where Sebastian Rogers was last seen, and since then, there's been no trace of him for 6 months. The FBI is hoping that that $50,000 reward is enough for someone to come forward with information. If you have any information on Rogers' disappearance, you can contact them, or you can call 1-800-TBI-FIND. Reporting in Hendersonville, Karen Aguilar, Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.
6 months, one long nightmare.
The nightmare continues tonight for that man, the father of missing Sumner County teenager, Sebastian Rogers. Today marks 6 months since Rogers disappeared from his home near Beach High School, literally without a trace. Fox 17 News' Karen Aguilar now live in the area in Hendersonville where the search stands tonight. Karen?
Scott, today the FBI offered a $50,000 reward. It's the latest attempt to solve a case that's gone cold. The missing boy's father tells me he still has hope his son can be found.
I don't know what's going on, and I'm gonna tilt the world.
Seth Rogers is torn apart. There is still no trace of his 15-year-old son, Sebastian Rogers, who has autism. Investigators say he was last seen on February 26th in the area of Stafford Court in Hendersonville.
It's a 15-year-old missing child. He's my son.
His biological mother, Katie Proudfoot, previously told Fox 17 News she last saw her son Sebastian the night before in their Hendersonville home. Sebastian lived with his mother and her husband, Chris Proudfoot. The two did not want to comment. The TBI, who partners with the FBI and the Sumner County Sheriff's Office, told Fox 17 News, quote, "No evidence at this time indicating criminal activity is involved," end quote. Seth tells me the FBI offering a $50,000 reward is great, but wants more from local law enforcement.
I wish that there was agencies that were emotionally invested to do their job.
Seth has hired a private investigator to continue looking for his son. Sebastian Rogers' last sighting was just a block from where I'm standing, and since that last sighting, there hasn't been any trace of him. So the FBI is hoping that that $50,000 reward is enough for someone to come forward with any information on his disappearance. If you do have information, you can contact the Sumner County Sheriff's Office, or you can call 1-800-TBI-FIND. Reporting live in Hendersonville, Karen Aguilar, Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.
Karen, thank you. Of course, Fox 17 News has been there every step of the way in the ongoing search for young Sebastian Rogers. You can see all of our previous reporting for yourself at fox17.com. Just search Sebastian, and be sure to make Fox Nashville, our Facebook page, a favorite for all of our newscasts and the latest videos.
All right. ABC 3340 is the source of that information pertaining to this case. Well. Everybody's got commentary. 1 second, everybody. Thank you for joining me. Let's go over what was said. Let me put up a poll as well. Hold on 1 second. I'll try to post it here if I can. Let's see. Hello, everybody in the chat. Thank you for joining me. I don't know if I'll be able to do it here. I don't think so. Yeah, because I'm not going live from the other device. So we're going to go to my community page. Hold on 1 second. Will the reward help bring information to the disappearance of Sebastian Rogers? That's the question. As you heard this man speaking from the EMA, that perhaps the reward will help somebody speak. Maybe somebody's told somebody something pertaining to what happened to the child. So let's ask that question. Is this an issue of criminal intent, criminal involvement? Somebody has knowledge. Somebody knows something. Somebody did something. We do know that people pillow talk, killers do pillow talk, if indeed this is criminal. And usually somebody knows. And a lot of people find that hard to believe. Why would somebody do that? What do I always tell you pertaining to true crime? Don't ask why not. Why not tell it? Because people are ignorant. They think they can share such a crazy secret and it'll never get out. They won't tell. They'll feel threatened and intimidate the person. And the first thing you'll say, well, God, why tell it then? You got to intimidate the person. But you'd be surprised how many people know the truth about a murder. So is the child alive or deceased? Hold on 1 second, everybody. Take the post on my community page. I'll say bringing information. You have to be specific when you put up any type of poll or post. Oh, wow. You will have three options: yes, no, and not sure. Take the poll. Let's get down to the nitty gritty. Welcome to the Vault Excel. 6 months. Allegedly, February 26th, 6 months ago. A child was reported missing from Hendersonville, Tennessee, 15-year-old autistic child. TBI offering a $50,000 reward and any information to his whereabouts. Where is this child? No trace of the child to this date. To date. No evidence, says TBI, FBI, of criminal involvement activity in the case. Also, the sheriff says basically nothing's off the table, but they don't have evidence to say that he was harmed. But no one has been cleared. Why not? Why hasn't anybody been cleared? We've talked about that a week or so ago pertaining to the father. Okay. Why have these parents not been cleared? The Proudfoots have decided not to speak. Why not? You don't want to comment. Why not? Your child's missing. I have a problem with this. You have a whole kid missing. A whole kid. Say it again, Quinn. You have a whole kid missing, but you don't want to comment. So all we have is Mr. Seth being the spokesperson for his own child, which he should be. But they should be as well because that's her child. Katie, you should be the spokesperson even if your husband don't want to be. But see, this leads me to believe that you all know more about where the child is. The father has hope still that his child's alive, as you've heard in this commentary. We will find him. He's on a tilt-a-whirl. He wants other organizations to help, agencies, to aid and to help. Who else do you want to help, Mr. Seth? The FBI? Well, they've offered a reward. No scent of the child, no CCTV footage of the child. Gatherings over the past 6 months with bikers coming to town, gathering at the high school, gathering at the sheriff's department. Landfill was checked originally. Nothing came from that. Even months ago, a statement was read by Katie, thanking the community, which makes no sense. You live right there and you're thanking the people there by a piece of paper and another spokesperson. Who does that? And the child is missing. You have a whole kid missing, but you can't speak to the news. You can't talk to the news. You are definitely nothing like the Harrises from Texas. I'm going to always use them as an example because they are exemplary of what you're supposed to do when your child goes missing. You're supposed to be an advocator for your own. And when you have people who can't advocate for their own, that would lead many to think you know something about the person because it's not normal behavior to not want to speak to the news. I get it. You may not want to get up every day, but damn, 6 months later, you haven't done another formal interview except for Nancy Grace. Why not? Cell phone has been checked. His cell phone and his gaming system checked. Nothing so far. Still no public plea commentary from the mother, stepfather. Why not? They didn't want to comment. What the hell is this? You don't want to comment. Rod, what's his name? Schwent, a neighbor talked about, the neighborhood people coming, taking pictures, filming, blah, blah, blah. He has an autistic daughter. The other guy spoke months later, who was a biker that came to town. He had an autistic child, could be his child. Same thing Mr. Schwent said, the neighbor, could be my child. But what I find interesting is this. Could it be your child? Because if it's foul play, It can only be your child if you have the mindset of the people who got rid of Sebastian Rogers. Checkmate. I always think it's interesting when people say that it could be my child. Well, I don't know if we can compare your situation to the Proudfoots and Mr. Seth. We're not talking about walking outside and getting robbed at gunpoint, getting your car stolen, random crimes, getting robbed at the ATM. Yeah, that could be anybody. But I don't think this is that situation. And if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. So be it. Innuendos, speculations, social media hype pertaining to this child. Well, that seems to be the new latest thing the past couple of years, with social media being available to give your opinion about a story. Doesn't mean it's the truth, but people do. They talk. They make up shit. You've seen that with all these stories of people going missing, found murdered, people assuming the worst. And the reason why I mention this is for the obvious. We don't know what happened to the child. We are entitled to our opinion. But you don't spread lies. Now that's like talking to the wall. Don't spread lies. But this case has garnered a lot of attention. As you heard, Australia, Ireland, streaming live when the bikers came to town. Very interesting. Didn't know that. So people all around the world know about this boy child, but yet nobody has information pertaining to his whereabouts. And I believe somebody knows. And they don't want to talk. And would that be his immediate family? His mother, stepfather, father, other relatives? Who knows where this child is? Many speculations to this child, where he could be hidden out. I say no. Human traffic. I say no. He walked away. I'm still going to say no. Nefarious business. I say yes. It's a toss-up, of course. You have to know the child, but you also have to deal with what's been given to you by law enforcement, which is they don't have anything, and they don't have anything to show breaking and entering, a child moving about. So that debunks those theories of running away, human trafficking. Stay woke. You don't have anybody on footage. You've told the public that we don't have a scent. We don't have them coming out the house. We don't got them going in the house. They're telling you what you need to know without exactly telling you. But some of you can't hear that because you have your own ideology of what you think happened to Sebastian. And you're entitled to your opinion. But sometimes they give you a little bit of tea without just coming out saying, yeah, we know something happened to him, and we're not excluding any of his family until we get to the bottom of where he is. No, this is not a cold case. Yes, we're still working on this case. Yes, we have now offered a reward. Why did they wait to give an reward now? 6 months later. Was that the plan all along? Let's see how long this goes on without any information, any leads. Then we'll bring forward a reward. Because I find it interesting, the FBI has offered up money. So, Mr. Seth, you should be very pleased that the FBI has decided to offer up some nice little coins for your child. But will it help? Because what's sad is to even say, well, hopefully this will help. That means we're dealing with people who would willingly aid a killers and not tell it. So, offer some money, maybe somebody will talk. That's a sad thing to say. It's quite pathetic, really. Maybe the money will make them talk, make somebody talk. But that still means if there was no money, you wouldn't talk. Bingo card. That's a problem for me. That's what I said. You'd be surprised the secrets that people hold. Asking people to hide things, evidence, weapons, clothing, fake alibis. And people know that something's not right when they ask them, hey, can you tell the police if they come by, I was with you last night? Damn, you don't think to say, why are you asking me to do that? Why should I be doing that? What's going on? You got foolish people who wouldn't even ask. Oh, okay, sure. And then the police comes and give you the 411 to say, well, we're investigating a missing person, wife, daughter, whatever. And you still would want to hold the line knowing you were not in the company of that person. Very interesting. But that's the kind of world we live in. And one thing I've learned in talking about true crime, the commentary from people shows you what type of people are out here. They're really no different than the people who got the person missing. Come on with it, Queen. Oh, yes. That's most definite. The commentary spoken pertaining to true crime lets you know the element that's walking around out here beside us. Oh, yes, the comment box is hell, is it not? The things that people say. Because there are people who will aid foolishness. Now, there's a degree of foolishness that some will aid. Some will say, well, yeah, I might cover up for, something petty, but no, I wouldn't cover up if they murdered somebody, if I think they murdered somebody. Yeah, but if you hold this person to a high regard, you may not want to accept that they did possibly murder someone. Stay woke now. So you would lie. Because this is what happens when we like people. We care about people. We love people. We don't want to see the worst in them. Oh, no, he would never do that. She would never do that. But what do I always say? You don't know people. So you can't ever say what a person would or would not do. You hope they would not do a heinous crime. But you don't know if they would or would not. Because you don't know the mindset of a human being. People are evil. People can be pushed. That's everyday life. Please check out my second movie suggestion of the week, which is Greta, now playing on Hulu. A very good movie. Thoroughly enjoyed it last night. I highly recommend it. Shows you that trust is blind. And the first suggestion of the week is pertaining to Sherry Papini. It's also a documentary playing on Hulu. That's my first suggestion for the week. 2 movie suggestions. All good content. Learn something new pertaining to the Sherry Papini fake abductions. Seth Roberts is the only one rallying for his child. Why? Make me understand. Why? Katie and Christopher refused to speak about this boy. And it's so baffling and disgusting and vile because they went to the news at first, spoke to Nancy Grace, ran up here to YouTube playing mind games with these goofy YouTubers, and now all of a sudden they want to lie in the cut and hide and say nothing. Help somebody understand how you can run up to YouTube and talk to a bunch of strangers who ain't got a pot to piss in to spin lies and stories and negativity about a missing kid. But then the news, oh, they ain't good enough to talk to. Help me understand. Because the trash you talk to, birds of a feather. I said that. Birds of a feather. So I believe somewhere down the line, they realized when it came out that fog they had been secluded in, I think we need to quit talking to the YouTubers, and we definitely don't need to talk to the news because they have been disengaged. So that would lead me to believe you were disengaged when the boy was visible. So let's say that Sebastian is no longer alive. That means you didn't give 2 fucks when he was breathing. Come on with it, Quay. They don't want to hear it. You didn't care. That's why he's not here. And I'm not going to knock Seth for wanting to hope that his child's alive. I'm not in his shoes. That's not my child. So naturally, he should care and want his child alive. Everybody should want a person alive. But there also comes a time when you have to accept what's been told to you. And right now, the wheels are spinning and the story is telling itself. Come on, everybody, wake up. The story is spinning itself. We don't got no trace. We ain't got no scent from a dog. We don't got nothing, no camera showing him coming and going. Ding, ding, ding. I ain't cleared none of you. Ding, ding, ding. Why not? as Mr. Mathis would say, where are you all today versus 6 months ago, 3 months ago? Hell, nowhere. Because now we have a reward. Or do they have a little something, but they don't want to share it as not to rock the boat? Because law enforcement really don't got to tell you a damn thing about a case. I tell you what I want you to know. Because I don't want nobody getting no passport trying to fly out of here. So we're going to keep it low key. Say we ain't got nothing. So basically, if you tell us, well, you don't have anything on the boy's phone gaming system, then that once again debunks human trafficking, abduction from an outsider. Ting, ting, ting. Because if you don't have him correlating with somebody to say, yeah, hey, I'll meet you at the corner store, I'll meet you over here at the pond, I'll meet you at the end of the drive, then you debunk that. And then you don't have any sightings of the child coming and going. Then you debunk once again an outsider. You debunk a neighbor. Oh, shit. What do you have left? The obvious. See, my discerning spirit has rarely served me wrong. I can get a feeling about something just as soon as a person starts talking. And I wait for them to finish the story, finish their sentence. And then they end up saying what I had already been thinking. I just didn't say it while they were talking. This case to me is no different. It's nefarious. It's nefarious indeed. Wandered off? I don't think so. I don't know the child, but I don't think he wandered off. The father said he never did it on his watch. So that leaves, did he do it when he was with his mother? She's not talking. The stepfather's not talking. So who do you have? The boy, he can't talk because we don't know where he is. And if he's unalive, well, he most definitely cannot speak. Katie Proudfoot, Christopher Proudfoot, when are you going to stop these reindeer games and tell us where this boy is? Because I believe you hold the key to where he is. And the fact that you don't even want to give a damn comment about your missing child tells me you do know where he is. And I got a feeling he can't talk. How about that? He can't talk because he's not breathing. But I think he got a little help in that department. What do you say, Katie, Christopher? For months, you've done nothing but stir the pot pertaining to this child. Just a donkey's ass, two asses together. If I didn't know better, it was what? A donkey that had two tails. Shut your mouth, Queen. The donkey with two tails. KC. How do you sleep at night knowing you have made a fool out of this situation? You talk to everybody but who you should be talking to. So what I'm going to say is this, now that we realize you don't want to give a comment. Are you even talking to law enforcement? Because that's one thing that was not mentioned in the commentary that I played in this live stream. Are you still talking to law enforcement? Are you still answering the phone when they call? Because if you can't talk to the news, something's wrong here. And the fact that this lady is filming a block away from the house, bingo card. Come on with it, Queen. Ain't nobody paying attention. Why is she filming a story a block away? Why is she not standing outside of the house or at least across the street from the house? Because you probably done told them you don't want them near your house. Why is that? It's legitimate news. It's not a TikToker, not a YouTuber, not somebody stalking your house as you claim a YouTuber was doing. So why is the news reporter one block away? She's sitting here throwing her hand over her shoulder. 1 block away is the Proudfoot tone. And I'm looking like, okay, what's wrong here? The obvious. Because I'm good at reading people. If I don't know anything, I know a two-legged creature. And I know bullshit when I see it and when I smell it. I say there's bullshit here. I say they hurt this kid. Yeah, I'm going to say that. Because you keep doing stuff that shows me you don't care about the child. And what do I always say about death? You don't have anything kind to say about them when they're, let's say, dead or missing. You already let me know how you felt about them when they were living. Checkmate. Say it again, Queen, because somebody tone deaf back there in the back. You don't have anything good to say about a missing person or a dead person. You didn't care for them when they were living. Visible. Oh, the prophets declined to comment. What you say? You ain't got nothing to say, but you was up here on YouTube dancing like you was on Soul Train. The damn American Bandstand. Come on, Queen. Rock the boat a little bit. I most definitely will. Up here on YouTube like somebody was giving away free cheese. Commodity cheese. Oh, they too good for that. They don't know nothing about that, Queen. Po folks. Oh, I got a feeling Katie probably knows. Katie, you know a little something about free cheese, don't you? Because you weren't born with a silver spoon in your mouth. Now, some might say you were just one step away from trailer park trash. Well, now. They have a nice facility in Nashville, Katie. Nashville Women's Prison. Have you heard of it? Oh, my. Very nice facility in Nashville. Most of us Tennesseans know about it. And oh, my, do they have other places in Tennessee for your sugar daddy, Mr. Christopher Proudfoot. And I don't think either one of you would fare well all that long, pretty hair hanging down your back, swinging. Ain't no Victoria's Secret and Bed Bath and this and that up and there. You be a scared little chickadee. And Christopher, you just be walking in there trying to talk shit, thinking somebody won't make you bow down. But oh, what they say, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. Mm-hmm. Oh, you'll bow down. Because you're probably fear for your safety, as you should. Because usually people who have been accused of abusing and murdering children don't fare well in prison. They have to separate you, put you in your own little pod, put you in a pod with some child molesters so don't nobody cut your throat while you're inside. Got to make sure we get you to trial. Where is this boy? Let's stop all this dicking around. Where's the child? Because I think you two know something. And the fact you're not speaking to the public, you're not speaking to the news, you decline a comment. Excuse me? Now, where's Nancy Grace when you need her? Because she going to eat your ass alive. Nancy, she stays busy, you understand? Because she's always reporting on the latest story. So, of course, she's gotten wind of what you done said. I don't have anything to say right now. Oh, sookie now. They ain't got nothing to say. It's funny when they play back the story. And that's any story, of course. You know, you go back in time, you listen to the information, day 1, day 2, week 1, week 2, 3 months, and you start putting it together. You're listening to this and that and a neighbor and a father and somebody from the school. You just start putting it together and your mind has to tell you, if you're woke, something ain't right here. And all roads lead back to that brick house. How disturbing is it to hear commentary going back months? You reading somebody reading a statement from Katie Proudfoot. You're the damn mother, and you got to go write something down on a sheet of paper, which leads me to believe it's not even genuine what you're saying. Oh, I want to thank the community. You ain't thanking nobody. You can't even speak in front of a fucking microphone to tell folks your kid is missing. That's how you thank people. You get in front of the microphone and you let people know, I want to thank you. You bawl out, heifer. You cry about your kid. That's what you do. You show compassion for yours. You brought him here. He didn't just pop up in a cabbage patch on the side of the road. You brought him here. You laid down with Seth Rogers. You two had sexual relations. You made a baby. You were married to him. Come on with it. Stop acting like you ain't his damn mama. You made Sebastian. And if you were so worried about motherhood, yeah, we're going to go there now, then you should have kept your legs closed. Checkmate. Heifer. You should have kept your legs closed. I find it strange you ain't had no more children. Why not? And then you rallied with Christopher Proudfoot with his child. A child he ain't had no business having no access to, you either. Because ain't no way in the world I want to send my child to anybody with a whole kid missing. The hell I want my baby down here in Tennessee with some people that lost a whole 15-year-old. How the fuck do you lose a whole fucking 15-year-old? Would he run away? No, he would never do that. Breaking and entering? No. ADT? No. Floodlights on? No. But on this quiet street, a child with no friends, don't go nowhere, don't do nothing, not involving the community whatsoever, just poof, voila, disappears. He walked out. But yet, we don't got nothing on camera to say he walked out. So he couldn't have walked out. I keep trying to tell you, the police then already told you what's going on with Sebastian Rogers. Some of you don't want to hear it. They're telling you what happened without telling you what happened. We don't got nothing. No, we don't have evidence that it's criminal. Yeah, but you're still telling us he ain't seen. That don't leave nothing but criminal. Hello? Anybody home? It's all day criminal. It's criminal to choose a fat fuck over your kid. Checkmate. It's criminal to aid a fat fuck in using his own child against the mother, Nina. Being a ride or die to bullshit. Mistreating your child, not letting your child get out here in the world and navigate to be amongst other children. That's criminal. Coming to YouTube talking bad about a child's bathroom habits, that's criminal. Not wanting to speak to the news about your child months later, that's criminal. Not ever going to the schoolhouse to rally, that's criminal. Not going to the meet when the bikers came, that's criminal. Not going to the sheriff's office when they had a rally recently, that's criminal. Need I say more? That's the only thing you don't have in this story is a body. And it's time for everybody to come on down to earth and accept the fact this is nefarious business. I don't think this is some fake abduction, fake hiding. No, ma'am. Hide them out for what? How long you think that would last? Because that requires another human taking care of another human. And why would somebody sign up to do that? That means the child will never come outside ever. Ever. And so the person hiding them out don't get caught. So we're going to debunk that theory. This is nefarious. No one has been cleared. Why not? Why not? So, Sheriff, what do you have on all three parents to not clear them? You say you have no evidence of criminal involvement activity, but yet you have not cleared either parent. Why not? Just say it. We have not cleared the parents because. So he just disappeared. Went out all day on a Sunday, running around with this stringy-haired heifer, and poof, voila, leaves a steakhouse to just disappear into the atmosphere. If you think I believe that, hell no. Hell no. Where is this boy? And it's going to be down to, if this is nefarious business, well, Katie, Christopher, what did he do to you till you decided that he was not worthy of life? You all got tired of dealing with him. Y'all want to be fancy free, want to jump on cruises and ships and airplanes. Well, these other people, they do it. They get a babysitter. They want to go to Aruba. They want to go to the Virgin Islands. They get a babysitter. He got a daddy. He left with his daddy. So what's the real reason this child is missing? What is the reason for the disappearance of this child? I want to know. $28 votes. Will the $50,000 help bring info in the Sebastian Rogers case? 29% yes. 36% no. 36% not sure. Oh, here we go with this. I think those who do know are scared to speak because of the corruption. Gigi says, I pray it does, but I highly doubt it. I'm going to say this for the last damn time. TBI, FBI are involved in the case. So if there's any corruption in the case, I would assume by now they would have seen what they need to see, and they've probably already heard the rumors playing out on social media because of who Mr. Proudfoot knows and don't know. TBI, FBI don't give a fuck about who Christopher Proudfoot knows. Christopher Proudfoot don't got no rank in Hendersonville, and them $2 ass deputies, they don't got no rank either. You don't got no rank with TBI and FBI. Let me say it again. So it don't matter who they know. They could know the mayor. They could know Biden. What's your point? Ain't nobody gonna stop investigating because Christopher Proudfoot knows some $2 ass deputies. Come on, get serious. Stick to the subject. It's out of the sheriff's rank at this point because you have other agencies now involved. So if it was just the sheriff's department, you might want to keep riding that, beating that same damn dead horse about who Christopher Proudfoot knows. Well, TBI and FBI involved now. So there ain't going to be no hiding nothing. They're going to watch and look at everybody, who they know, who they fraternize with, who they're friends with. That's their job. So it don't matter about who Christopher Proudfoot knows, who he played golf with when he came home on a weekend and all that, who he sat with at the Elks Lodge or whatever. TBI and FBI don't care nothing about that shit. Christopher Proudfoot is a nobody. Say it again, Queen. He's a nobody. Wanting to be a somebody. See, there's a difference. Is there corruption in the department? I don't know. A lot of people are corrupt. That's nothing new. It's corrupt people everywhere you go. That's life. There's a liar, a thief, a manipulator, a sadist. So what? Is it relevant to this case? That's the point. And if I know something about the case, what am I holding out for? For what? Because of the corruption in the people in the town? Who cares? The folks ain't doing nothing in Hendersonville. You people need to get it together. This is not the Irish and the Italian mob we're talking about. You're talking about some hick-ass town that don't even got a fucking police department. They're in the county. That's why the sheriff is investigating. This ain't nowhere significant. We're not talking about a 15-year-old child missing from New York City, Chicago, Hickville, USA. Them folks ain't talking about nothing over there. Where is this boy? Who holds the key to where the child can be found? Is the child alive? Number one. Is the child deceased? How did the child become unalive? By whose hands? What was the motive? And are there other people involved in the cover-up, aiding of a said dead child, if indeed he is not alive? It'll be a shame to find out he is dead and that one of the parents unalived him, more than one, and they also got aid from outside sources to help them cover up the death. This will be a shameful thing, but we have seen it happen in so many cases, such as the case out in Oklahoma. Look how many people were involved in the murder of that woman and that social worker. A lot. Probably 8 or more people. That's a lot of people to aid a secret. And we're not talking about your average secret. We're not talking about knowing that somebody was cheating on somebody. We're talking about death. Orchestrating, luring somebody to their death. Burying them in the ground. That's deep. So if it can happen in Oklahoma, it can happen in Hendersonville, Tennessee. And that's what's sad about this world, is that other people will aid a killer, knowing it's wrong, but they'll aid them anyway. Is this child deceased? That's sad information. I don't know. I got a feeling that he's not here. As I said, the father has every right to want his child alive as his child. But it's not looking good. Because there's something wrong with the Proudfoots. Their behavior is asinine. And I don't know if Seth just don't want to say anything, as to rock the boat with these people. But they have shown him they don't care anything about his child, and nor do they care about him either. They don't care anything about the boy. So they're not going to care about Seth Rogers and his opinion about anything. So at this point, it doesn't matter what he thinks, what he says to the public. At this point, I don't know if I can bite my tongue if I believe these people had something to do with the disappearance of my child. I believe I would just say it. I think these people did something to my boy. He was there living with them. He obviously wasn't happy. He told me he wasn't happy. I didn't inquire why he wasn't happy. I didn't go talk to Katie, her husband. I didn't really get a lot from my son. And hey, I regret that. But I can't go back. But I think these motherfuckers did something to my boy. And I say it. I don't give a damn. Fuck it. Why should I have to sugarcoat how I feel? And now I'm sitting up here, it's months in, they don't want to talk to Seth. Now they don't want to talk to the news. Well, ain't nothing left but the police. So you don't want to talk to the father. You don't want to talk to the news. That means you're probably not talking to the police. Y'all better pay attention. You better pay attention because that's who's left. It's law enforcement. Those are the last people that get cut off from people who are involved in the crime. So I bet you they're not talking to them either. Because we kept hearing that in the beginning. Oh, they're cooperating. Yeah. Are they cooperating now? Don't you find it strange? That's the one thing you didn't hear in the commentary that I played today? That they're still cooperating with law enforcement? That was not mentioned. Why not? Are the Proudfoots still talking to law enforcement? And when was the last time they had a conversation? With Sheriff's Department, TBI, and the FBI. That's what I want to know. You can't talk to the news. You can't talk to Seth. Well, Katie, when was the last time you spoke to the TBI? When did the last time you talked to a sheriff agent about your child? What information did you give? What did they ask you? I'd like to know everything. I want to know about lie detector tests. I ain't heard nothing about that either. 50,000 different versions about that. Admissible in court, but I don't care. I want to know. But I want to know why the fuck you don't care about your kid. The link is in the chat. If you have an opinion pertaining to the information revealed at the beginning of this live stream, hit the link, be heard. Voice your opinion. Take the poll on my community page. Will the $50,000 reward help? Will somebody come forward and tell the truth? Are there more people involved in the disappearance of Sebastian Rogers? Has somebody harmed him? Did they tell somebody they harmed him? Insinuate that they harmed him? Is this a conspiracy against a 15-year-old child to get rid of him permanently? And why have the parents not been cleared as suspects in this case? What do law enforcement have against these people? What information do they have that they're not revealing to the public? Are they just dicking us around saying they don't have anything, but they do? Hit the link. Give me your opinion. 40 in the house. Thank you for your time. This is a tragedy. But now we have another child missing from Nashville, Caucasian, blonde-haired little girl. Where is she? Is she playing hooky, running off with friends? Or is this also a worst case scenario? Nashville's having some bad business as of late. Nashville, Tennessee general area. A lot of hanky-panky going on. But that's the point. It goes on everywhere. Gigi, you don't have anything to say? I said just about everything I need to say. No sightings of the child, no information. Law enforcement checking the child's phone, gaming systems, which that should have been already done by now. So far, nothing. But let's be truthful. Would they really tell us they found something in his phone and gaming system? Of course not. They would not tell us that. I don't think that they would. Few people in the house who have commented in the chat. What say you, chat, pertaining to the disappearance of this boy child? Nothing to add. You said it all. Well, I put the link in the chat in case somebody wanted to come up on the StreamYard to give his or her opinion before I check out of here. That's the purpose of the link, is to give people a chance to voice their opinion instead of typing in the chat. It's a terrible situation. It's terrible to be living and not valued. Let me say that. It's terrible to be in the world breathing and you're not deemed worthy enough for love, compassion, camaraderie, friendship, courtship. Well, hit the link and tell us why you're sick. It's terrible to be a child and not feel loved by your parents, because I believe that is what has happened with this child, and I do use past tense. I don't think he was loved by his mother. If at some point she loved him, it possibly would have been early on. But for all I know, she was never attached to her child. And that can happen. I don't judge a person for that, because people go through different things when they conceive children. But the point is, at some point when you realize motherhood is not for you, you need to take the necessary precautions. Because to continuously raise a child and you are numb and devoid of emotion, that is going to affect your child. That's common sense. And you see this every day with people bringing children here, but they're devoid of emotion. And they keep popping them out like Skittles. And before you know it, it's a house full of kids that a person really don't want. The first thing a person is thinking to himself, herself, looking at the picture. Why are you having all these children? You don't want them. You don't treat them right. If at any point she didn't want Sebastian, she should have sent them over to Seth. I do believe Seth would have taken care of him. If I'm to believe Seth cares for his child, that's the version he has spun. He cares for his child. So why not send him over there? What's the problem? Because it was a problem. There was some bullshit going on behind the scene with all three parents. What it is, I do not know. Some type of self-loathing against Seth, vice versa. There's some bullshit going on with y'all. And nobody wants to tell the fucking truth. But this is why he's not here. It's obvious. There's a lot of self-loathing, a lot of hate. Because hate leads to this type of behavior. Sadly. Somebody got tired of somebody. Somebody's been hating somebody. I don't want to be bothered anymore. I've done my part. Is that what you said to yourself, Katie? My husband don't like him. They don't get along. Why not? Child's mental issues. Was that a problem? You got tired of dealing with it? Husband got tired of dealing with it? Were you tired of dealing with Seth as well? I think it was a package deal is what I think. I think you got tired of all of it. Everybody was looking at everybody pointing the motherfucking fingers. So I think somebody gave somebody an ultimatum. It's either him or me. Is that how it went, Katie? Did your husband give you an ultimatum? Gigi.
Hey.
Hey, did you finally get settled in?
I did, basically.
All right, I'm getting ready to step out and get me something to drink. Run with it.
Okay.
Just tell me what you think of what I've played and the commentary of all the things with the evidence, the parents not being cleared, them not speaking about the child. Just give me your opinion.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so I think something is going on with the FBI taking over this.
Okay.
I think they have to have something, but they're not going to tell us.
Okay.
And honestly, Katie and Chris have to know something. They went silent too damn quick. First it was, here's my narrative, follow this, listen to this, don't listen to this.
Yeah.
And now they're silent.
Yeah.
Like there was never a son.
Don't you find it interesting? Like you said, you've been talking months ago. Now you have nothing to even say to the news. They done got a lawyer. How much you want to bet they've lawyered up? I'm going to put that on a poll too.
They have. They most definitely have.
Exactly.
I'm like you. I would bite the bullet and I'd go to the cops. I'd go to Chris and Katie and I'd say, you motherfuckers know something. It's time to speak up. What are you gonna do? Lock me up? Lock me up.
Right.
Give me a damn vacation till I can see the judge in the morning. But you guys know something, and you need to start talking. But it's like they're holding shit on him. It's like tit for tat, and I don't know how he does this. I don't know how Seth Rogers does this and remains calm and cool. Because I'd have done flipped that damn town upside down. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
And none of this makes any sense.
Let's go here, Gigi. Do you think Seth really believes his child is alive?
I think he wants to, girl.
Okay.
I think he wants to, but
okay.
I think deep in his heart, the longer it goes, I think he knows something is not right.
Southern says, I'm gonna ask you this. I'm gonna put that on there too as a poll. Hold on. File lawsuit. Do you think he should file a lawsuit against them?
I don't know what he would get out of it. Maybe a little money for neglect.
Well, not necessarily money, but to rock the boat. See, this is what people do when they do believe somebody is behind the disappearance. You know, like with the Simpsons and O.J. Simpson and all that.
Absolutely.
They figured he did kill her.
Family and all.
Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and file a lawsuit because we didn't get justice like we wanted in criminal court. So we're gonna file a lawsuit. And let me tell you, he's in arrears now. I haven't brought you an update pertaining to OJ, but his estate is trying to divvy up everything because of they're at 100 million owed because all the years where OJ Simpson hadn't paid no money to the Simpsons and the Browns.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oops.
Rake says yes. Let me put that on the poll. Hold on, everybody.
I would rock that boat as much as I could. I'd have them in there every day. I'd call the law and I'd say, listen to these lives. I recorded them. Listen to the things they say and that they think this is a damn joke.
Mm-hmm. I think they've seen all that. That's where I think this has gone. That's why they're quiet. Somebody has said something that they didn't like in interrogation. It's something has been said.
It all went quiet right before Betty.
Go to my community page and take the polls.
Now Betty's gone to jail for speaking up, and the law and the news won't even.
Wait! Slow down! What you say?
Betty went to jail
for what?
Because Katie had a no contact order on her, and she showed up at the vigil. According to Katie's no contact order, she's not allowed to even mention Sebastian.
Okay, that don't make no sense. Hendersonville, they don't even live in Hendersonville. They're on the outskirts. She's not at the house. You can't tell.
She was in Clarksville.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. That's not the same place. So how did she go to jail? I don't understand. Did she speak at the rally or something?
She went to the rally and she got in the truck and she filmed the rally, and they had her arrested.
So that must mean that contact order must also mean you couldn't upload contents to the YouTube channel. See where I'm going? Because I asked you all that a month or so ago. Huh?
It's something. There's a catch there or something. Maybe
that's
it.
That's what I asked everybody because we didn't know what happened in court. I said, I'm sure she's got to put in there no filming either. It can't just be you can't talk about it. You can't film, you can't talk, you can't do anything about Sebastian Rogers.
Is Katie has never had a conversation with Betty for Betty to threaten her. She's never talked to Chris. She's never talked to Katie.
Somebody said she went to jail for breaking the contact order because she won't shut up. Well, what we're trying to say is it still has to be in ink by the court.
Right. And there is
what she violated.
We all have a right to speak, whether we like what the other person's saying or not. Now, we are responsible for the words we say.
Okay. So, but look, if the judge assumed that she's a threat, just listen. If the judge assumes she's a threat, then she can put in a contact order. You are a blogger. You cannot speak about the child. You cannot speak about the parents. You cannot say anything about them defamatory. You cannot have contact with them by phone, go by the house, all that. That has to be in that order for her to go to jail. It has to be. Because me filming people at a rally, how am I violating your civil rights, and I'm in a whole different jurisdiction. See what I'm saying?
You don't go to any of these rallies or vigils or anything.
Yeah.
This is all about Seth. This is his doings, and he invited Betty.
Well, why don't she sue? Why don't she sue Seth then? If that's the case,
that's what I'm saying. Seth is the one that invited her. Sue Seth and Tony.
Somebody said Betty called the police at, wait, slow down, hold on 1 second. Somebody said she called the police at the vigil and they arrested her instead of who she called on. Well, who did she call on in there?
Well, they told me that Clue called in on her.
Somebody said it's in the order. She can HH, Dave, Sebastian, Katie, Chris, and she won't shut up. Well, I don't know. I don't watch her. So
I don't either. I don't
run on he said, she said. I don't watch Betty. I don't watch none of the people that you mentioned. I don't watch none of. I have distanced myself from anything pertaining to true crime and anybody's channel. I don't want no parts of it.
I've picked up a couple of true crime people, but they're not really crazy true crime. And they were the ones saying, that she'd been arrested, and I didn't inquire into it.
Well, I saw somebody's thumbnail with that, but I never opened it up. I saw it the other day. I think it was Monday when I saw it, but I didn't open it up.
I listened to the guy the other night, and it might even been Don B or somebody like that. You know what I mean? And I listened to a little bit of it, and it was because she's not allowed to have anything to do with Sebastian's case, is what he said. She can't film, talk about YouTube, anything to do with Sebastian, according to this order. I've never seen the order.
Well, see, that's why I said that a month ago when this first came out that she had filed the protection order. I said when she finally went to court, what was said in the order from the judge? What did the judge render? Because it can't just be, well, I don't want you over here filming my house. She's also talking about the people on social media. So will the judge rule she can't say anything about them? But then as some people would say, if you're going to rule that, then you got to rule that for everybody that has an opinion about Katie Proudfoot, Seth, whomever. And that's not going to be legal. You can't sue everybody. It's just no way possible. You could pick 1,000 people. You know how many people are on social media talking about this case, other cases? TikTok, you got Facebook. There's no way you would have control over everything. You'd have to get wind, sit and watch and listen to the content, then say, oh, let me go to that courthouse and file a piece of paper against this person for saying something or whatever.
So it leads me to believe, Queen, that this is something personal for Betty.
Well, literally what we're saying is a lot of people are saying the same thing. You can't just pick one person out the group to say they are saying bad things about me, because now you're going from A to B. First, it's she's stalking you. Now it's, oh, I don't like what she's saying. She's accusing us of killing the kid or whatever. Well, a lot of people feel like they killed the kid. Right. That's just the way it is. A lot of people think they killed the kid. A lot of people have said they think they killed the kid.
Exactly, in their opinion. And allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. So that's what I'm saying. You will be taking how many people to court every day for what they have said about you and your husband on social media? Come on now.
Right. So I was waiting to see who else they got, and it's nobody. It just seems like they're going after Betty.
This goes back to what I just said. This shit is about Seth. Ain't nobody listening.
It's about Seth. It's to hurt Seth. Anything to hurt Seth.
Well, somebody in the chat said she's going to get a pew-pew. Well, I don't know. I don't watch it, so I don't know.
I don't know either.
I still believe it's about Seth.
I agree with you 150%.
It's more about Seth than what Betty Bullhorn is saying. It's about Seth. Ain't nobody listening.
It has been from day one.
Exactly.
February the 26th.
Thank you. It's always been about Seth. And I think it's time for Seth to realize this. And if he's listening to this live stream, you can take this advice or don't take it. This shit is about you, bruh.
Wake up. Wake up, Seth.
This shit is about you. This lady has contempt for him. She's had it for some time. She probably had it when she was back married to him in California, Georgia, you know, the different places they live. This shit's been brewing. Yeah. And she's been carrying this kid around. And what people don't understand is when you are upset or mad at somebody, you're looking at the child who looks just like that person. Trust me. Queen, tell you some
Exactly.
stories, honey.
Yes,
Well,
ma'am.
people who hate their children because they look
Yep.
like the parent.
Ma'am.
This shit goes back to when she was with Seth. Nobody will make me believe different.
Me neither.
This is
Me
not
neither.
about Betty Bullhorn.
It's not about Betty. It's
No, it's
not
not
about
about Betty.
JL Laura. It's not about Dolly Vision. It's not about it. It's about Seth. Now, Seth and Brittany are good friends. I'm curious if they'll go after Brittany next.
Well,
I'm waiting to see, where they're going to go next. Because were they just going to stop with Betty?
this is what they need to understand, the Proudfoots. You can flag every video, flag YouTube, every video you find. You can flag every Facebook content you find. You can flag every TikTok when your ass should be at a job working and being out here looking for your fucking kid. You can't stop the truth.
That's right.
And the fact that you're wasting your time worrying about what the fuck somebody is saying on social media tells me, yeah, you are involved in the disappearance of that child.
And they have been from day one, Queen. They haven't been worried about Sebastian. They're worried what people are saying on YouTube.
No decent person is going to sit up here and be worried about what the fuck somebody's saying on YouTube and their child is missing. Why would I care? Yeah, I don't want nobody talking bad about me, but my child is missing. I need to be concerned about where my child is. I got to find my child. Not worried about no YouTube or no TikToker.
I'm sitting here thinking back about all the damn YouTubes Chris Proudfoot did every time he got a chance.
Right,
to take
but that was
jab.
okay for you to sit up there and defame a child, but now you all want to take people to court because they stalking you and talking bad about you and accusing you of murder.
Every time he got a chance, he took a jab at Seth.
Yeah, it's
And
about
then
Seth.
if Seth would reply, then it was all hell. It's a war.
Don't nobody want to realize it, and Seth needs to realize it too. All this shit is about you. They didn't took this shit out on they didn't took this shit out on your child, and the child is a part of the reason as well. It ain't just Seth; it's the child too. They got tired of rearing him. They didn't want to be bothered. They wanted freedom.
Because you're just like your daddy.
Yeah, she wanted freedom. She wanted out.
You're just like your daddy. I could just hear her saying that. You're just like your daddy. Don't do that. Your daddy does that. I can only imagine. I've seen people hate their daddy.
Well, somebody talking about having a gun. They don't got nothing to do with the case. Just because I tell you on a live stream I got a gun, that's not me saying I'm getting ready to go take it and do something. I have to make a direct threat.
Right? Yeah.
So what? She got a gun. Did she say she's going to go do something to these people? So what? She should carry a gun. If she likes to carry, she should take it with her. You're sitting here going to Hickville talking about this crazy ass nonsense. Hell yeah, you should take a gun with you.
Take it everywhere you go.
Everywhere you go, exactly.
You don't buy a gun to look at it in the cabinet, or most people don't.
Exactly.
And that's not a threat. When you tell someone I got a gun, it just means I'm prepared to defend myself.
But see, Betty should have known. But this is why Betty had to know. You have to be careful what you say. Once some people then decided to want to take you to court, you should have known you have to tread lightly in your commentary now on the channel because they're going to flag the channel. That's just what they were going to do. But then you go down there and show up. You go to another city where she had every right. She can go where the hell she want to go. But you went to a whole nother city. I'm just trying to understand what is it that she violated, because it has to be in order for her to violate.
It was something to do with that damn rally and her filming, because it was right after she filmed. It was what Don said. Of course, that's secondhand news. She was hanging either in the back of the truck filming the ride behind her, or hanging out in the truck filming. I don't know.
She has every right. She has every right to go where she wants. Long as she's not near that damn house, she has the right to go where she wants. You can't tell her where she can go.
That's another thing, Queen. This right here was a temporary restraining order that, because Betty didn't show up for court, according to Don, it turned into a permanent for a year. Why wouldn't she fight that?
Because she didn't take it serious, because a lot of YouTubers don't take shit serious up here. You know, everybody like to talk shit up here and talk about what somebody will do. Oh, take me to court, flag my channel. But you don't want nobody flagging the channel, because this is your bread and your butter. You understand? Okay. Whether you work, don't work, you don't egg somebody on to flag the channel, to bring forward an order. You got to think, just like what I'm saying in this content. They don't have to like it, because I'm saying I think they're guilty. I do.
I do too. And
I
that's my
fucking do.
opinion. I have since day one. Something is not right about their story, the way they're acting. Actions always speak louder to me. Their actions tell me they do not care about this child.
No, well, they never cared. That's why he missing. And that's my opinion. And Seth, he don't have to like what I'm saying either. Like I said, he's entitled to his opinion because this is his child. But I honestly believe his child is not alive. And I do believe the Proudfoots are the conspirators to the disappearance of the boy. That's my opinion.
Well, and what I wanted to say about Betty, the worst thing you can do to disrespect a judge is to not show up for your court date.
But they should have known she wasn't going to show up. She lives too fucking far away. But then they're going to counteract. Well, you came up to the vigil. It's just a fucked up situation.
Yeah.
But I understand what you're saying. We know you're supposed to go to court.
You can zoom into it. Attempt to go to that court date and let the judge know you're
So see,
serious
that's why I
about
said she should have done it virtual though. She should have said, well, I can't make it, but I will gladly do a virtual hearing. I think they would have done a virtual hearing. That wouldn't have been a problem. That should have been a problem. I don't think Betty took it serious because a lot of YouTubers don't. I've seen them, after with the cease and desist from Seth originally, people weren't taking it serious about the cease and desist and this bullshit with Betty and the Proudfoots, and they would go on lives and still keep talking about Sebastian, still ranting and raving and putting their opinions out there, bashing both sides. But you didn't think that shit would pop off. But I keep trying to tell people, just as quick as you think nothing would happen to you and your channel, it would happen to you.
And
it would happen to you.
You got a restraining order. That means you can't carry a poo-poo for a year. You can't get any convictions of domestic violence, or your ass is going to jail. Hello. I mean, domestic violence and restraining orders are serious. People don't take them serious, but they are.
But I tell you what's fucked up. We got people out here who are really in harm. There are people right now in Tennessee who are in harm. Women who are in harm are being threatened, stalked by boyfriends, husbands.
And they won't do a damn thing.
And everybody knows a person literally has to harm you for the order to even stick on paper.
Yeah, and then this shit happens all the way from fucking Mississippi to Florida, like a blink. But I can't keep this man away from me that's beating the hell out of me and scaring me and my children.
Wow.
Shit pisses me off, Queen. What waste of our court?
Well, Betty knows now. Betty knows now.
What I'm saying is, I don't care what I'm charged with. If it's something, even if it's the craziest thing in the world, I'm still going to go in that courtroom and I'm going to stand up and I'm going to say yes, sir, to that judge. And I'm going to be there to defend myself, even if I don't have a lawyer.
Yeah.
I'm going to show up.
I would have just called. I'd have called the courthouse. And, I don't know if she ever got served or not, because I don't know all the details. But if she got served, I would have called the courthouse and say, I live out of town. I live a long way. Can I have a virtual hearing? They would have allowed her to have a virtual hearing.
I agree. Absolutely. And the only reason I know she got served is because, according to Don B., it is in the paperwork that the defendant was properly served. Now, I don't know what they consider properly served. If it was an email, if it was a certified mail, if it was a server. But according to the court,
but how crazy is that too? Serving somebody a piece of paper and they live all the way in fucking Florida.
I know.
It's not like she's up here every day running by your house and filming your house. She don't live here. You understand what I'm saying? It's not like these other people who are up there riding by, taking pictures, this, that, and the other. She does live a long way. So it's like, if you can't prove she's up here every day fucking with you and sitting on the lawn and yelling with a bullhorn and poster boards and all that.
Exactly. Betty's done a lot worse than she did this time. She posted some damn posters and they got all upset because they posted them in the neighborhood. And that right there tells me the actions of a mother. I don't care if I hated you, which I don't hate anybody. Okay. I got rid of hate because it breeds hate. If I highly disliked you and you hung a poster of my missing kid, I would be grateful.
Yeah, that's why I was wondering, is it something with the neighbors? I think they saw the posters, got mad, knew that Betty did it because Betty probably went live foolishly telling all her business. Well, that's why you can't let the left hand know what the right hand doing. See, this is where people think you're not genuine. I'm not here to aid Betty, okay? Because I don't care for her style. But what I'm saying is, you have to know when to fucking fold.
Exactly.
You
Queen.
cannot let the left hand know what the right hand doing. I wouldn't let nobody know nothing. I would upload the content when I'm fucking done. You don't go live. Hey, I'm right out here outside the Proudfoots family. You thinking you doing a good thing, but you not.
Exactly.
Okay.
And somebody's waiting on you to do some stupid shit.
Exactly. And that's what she don't get.
And
you got people out here that are aiding them. You got people out here who don't like you either. You are blood punishment.
Brittany aired the thing one night, showed her live going around on every pole and in the neighborhood, and they were screaming. Now this was what they were crying about, cluing them.
Go ahead.
She's hanging them on telephone poles. That's illegal.
That Cluminati, I don't know what her problem is. I mean, baby, you didn't get a clue. Just stop.
She's very.
No, I'm just saying, you just keep beating a dead horse and just keep going on and on and on like you stalking her. So let me tell you something. This is what's going on with YouTube.
Yeah.
You all don't like this YouTuber. The family don't like the YouTuber. Then the YouTuber worried about what the fuck the YouTuber doing. Just like right now, I'm in East Tennessee. Do you know how many times I could have carried my black ass up there to Rogersville to film Summer Wells? I know better.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? I know better. I knew better then. I didn't appreciate the people coming down here filming and doing all that shit and arguing with them and all that. That's not my cup of tea. That's not how you get shit done. Think you battling the cage, oh, I'm going to get this person fired. But see, as everybody love to say, it's the good old boy system. All that shit everybody did with Candace and Don, that motherfucker still kept him on work. You see where I'm going?
Yep.
It was counterproductive. It didn't work.
It didn't
work. Because that's your ideology. Oh, I'll go down to Tennessee and I'll stand outside their house with a bullhorn and I'll go to his job and follow him around. That motherfucking white man still had a fucking job by the white man who hired him. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
You didn't do shit.
Nothing.
You did that shit for likes and views. And see, a lot of people don't really understand with Betty and everybody else, you're gonna pay the price for that shit. That's the universe. You're gonna pay for this shit. You may not think you're not doing anything wrong, but in the end, you're gonna pay for this.
This is my thing. I mean, I've watched you for a long time, and sometimes I'm vocal, and sometimes I'm just in the background. Sometimes I'm watching replay. If I like someone, I'm gonna watch them. If I don't, I'm not. I'm not going to go sue them. I'm not going to go screaming on their channel. You're stupid.
Yes, I don't do that either. And I've told the fans about that. That's idiotic behavior. I see shit all the time. I don't like in the queue. I see the thumbnails and I can see it's just for likes and views. I don't got to go to that person's channel and say a motherfucking thing. I don't have to say nothing about them on my own channel. But a lot of these people on YouTube, they don't care nothing about the story. It's obvious when you look at how they carry themselves and you look at the shit they keep posting. Just like right now, okay, whatever going on with Betty. Okay, you might say, well, I don't care what Betty did. Woo, okay. But to go on and on and on and on and on every day to keep talking about another YouTuber.
Every day.
I'm not going to build my channel off of talking about no YouTuber. I ain't do it before and I ain't doing it now. And as you see, I haven't even been talking about nothing because I'm disengaged. I'm just tired of it.
Yes.
I don't want no parts of it. I don't want parts of it.
I absolutely haven't been on any channels, and I hate that I brought it up here, but I did want to get your view on what was going on there. It seems
I really didn't know what was going on. I just saw somebody's thumbnail that Betty was arrested. I never opened the video the other day, and I said to myself, Lord, what the fuck done happened now? What the fuck done happened now?
I saw it on one of the guys that like Subaru Steve or somebody that's real low key and I'll listen to them in the background while I'm unpacking boxes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I can tell you this just from what I've seen with all the cases I've covered that were controversial, Cal City, Summer Wells, and this case, most of the people on YouTube, they don't give two fucks about the children.
You're right.
They don't care nothing about it. It's just something to do because other people are talking about it. But if you watch their content,
they get all the clicks and the views.
Yeah, you get the views, you get the donations, all that. But when you start seeing all this back and forth, tit for tat, jumping sides, trading sides, that shows you that, okay, you know what? You're not really in this to bring awareness to the case. You don't care anything about the kid. I've seen it with so many YouTubers.
Me
And
too.
it baffles me.
Especially with Sebastian and Summer.
Oh,
girl.
yeah, because I could come out. Let me tell you something. If I wanted to, if I just want to be a greedy ass bitch, I could have then called out quite a few YouTubers on their shit as far as Sebastian. But I don't, because I'm not going to waste my time. God got it. God knows your heart.
Yeah.
Excuse me. God knows if you're truly genuine about reporting or giving information about a storyline. Most of the YouTubers you see, these are low rent ass YouTubers. They don't got nothing going for themselves. They ain't got nothing. They're
got
bottom
nothing
feeders.
going.
They're bottom
Nothing.
feeders.
Bottom feeders.
That's why they're going back and forth with each other, arguing and trolling the chat and all that. That grown people don't do shit like that. And I done said it 1,000 times when I go live, motherfucker. We ain't got to troll up in the chat. Hey, shit, meet me outside. We can meet at the gate. See, I know you're not gonna meet me at the motherfucking gate. Look, I'm gonna say it, I'm that Negro you don't want. You ain't gonna meet me. You ain't gonna meet me outside. You ain't gonna meet me nowhere. You're gonna do just what you're doing, trolling the chats, coming in with your entourage, making up shit. Oh, I thought I saw Sebastian walking across the street. Oh, it sure looked like him. You know, see, that's fluff. And really, it's filth.
It is.
You know that's filth. You know fucking well that ain't that fucking
really
kid.
gave me being at home and moving and doing more YouTubing and you know, watching it every day in and out, you know.
Yeah.
It has really gave me a new perspective of YouTube.
That's why I don't even I haven't even had nothing to say about who said what, who did what, because I no longer care. I no longer want to engage in the nonsense. I don't want to be in. Let me tell you this. I don't want my name in the true crime genre. I've been watching my older content from 3 years ago, and I enjoyed the other content I put out on my network, such as talking about dating, men, women, relationships. I like that better. You understand? And I made that clear even in those live streams from 3 years ago. I told people this is not a one-stop shop. This is not a network about, you know, true crime. I talk about everything. I talk about people. I talk about relationships. Exactly.
I can come on your
politics. I
channel
talk about
after being at the
everything.
lake. All weekend, I can come on your channel and I can get some toppings on everything.
Yeah, I don't want to be that type of person. I don't want to be a one-stop shop, because that's not who I am. I'm not like these other people. They beat a dead horse on a dead person, missing person.
Yes, ma'am.
That's not what I'm on. And I don't get nothing out of it. And right now, I can honestly say,
and then when they get a dead horse, they get mad because their horse is dead.
Right now, I just don't get anything out of talking about missing people, dead people.
And that's why I said this case sickens me, because talking about it day in and day out, it's sickening.
It is sickening. And I think my wake-up call, and I've seen my wake-up call for the past couple of years, but my wake-up call recently was about the white lady in the freezer.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm familiar with the area. I know people who live on the street. You understand what I'm saying? That shit hit home to me, and I realized, you know what? I don't want to be a part of this every day. I just don't.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I don't want to be a part of it.
It steals my happy. I gotta have my happy.
Right, exactly. And this talking about missing children, it's a joy stealer. It is indeed. It's a joy stealer. It's because the people get very ignorant. People start wanting to lash out, cuss. They're thinking about their own jacked up ass lifestyles, and they want to start spitting that shit out in the comment box. And I just tell myself, I don't want no parts of that, because we can disagree about any subject matter, but when you start acting ignorant about a missing child, a dead child, I've lost all respect for you. I don't want to fool with you. I don't want no parts of it. I don't want to hear your opinion. That's just me.
That's me too. I don't care anymore. I don't care
anymore. and that's how I feel right now with this case. This case to me is no different than Summer Wells. It's all the same to me. The people are ignorant. They don't know how to act. They don't know how to conduct themselves. And this shows me what I've said so many times. You're judging these Proudfoots. You're judging Seth, all these people. A lot of you really are on the same fucking level, and you don't even realize it.
Exactly.
You're on the same fucking
your
level.
Own kids.
With your own shit.
Your shit.
But just in general, how you think.
Oh yeah. Go look at
that's something wrong.
While you're judging their grass over there. Your own grass is dying.
Yeah. Well, it's obvious something terrible happened to this kid. I believe that. I don't think he wandered off.
Because the one clue here is there is no sign of life after Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah. I believe that.
There is no sign of life. And for you to believe that someone exists in this world, there has to be some kind of sign of life, be it a gum wrapper, a T-shirt,
But
a
it's not.
sign, something.
But let me tell you this. I'm going to say this just because we know how law enforcement works. You know damn well there's more to this. They're not telling you everything. I refuse to believe they have nothing.
Absolutely.
You understand what I'm saying? That's just common sense as far as preserving the investigation. Yeah, I can't tell you whoever I talked to. I can't tell you all the people I spoke to. I can't really tell you the data I found on everybody's phone. They're not going to do that.
They're not going to do that. I grew up with law enforcement. My daddy, brothers, my mom was a dispatcher. I mean, I grew up in the TM49 era. High pursuit. I know how they work. They're not going to tell you. They're not going to show you the part. But as I got older, I realized if any of those came to you and said, come here and sit down, I want to ask you a question, they already knew the answer.
Mm-hmm.
That's how cops work.
Let me ask you something. What do you think about them offering this reward at the 6-month mark?
I think it's the craziest shit I've ever seen, unless it's just because the FBI just took over and they want to offer a reward, that they want to solve this. And they believe.
Well, you know, they haven't said that they took over.
No, they haven't, but why would they offer a reward?
I don't know.
I mean, I know they were involved, but they weren't the head. But did they? And how do we find out if it's now FBI? They made a poster. The FBI made a poster. So does that mean that they have Sebastian's case? I've never seen the FBI make a poster of a case they were just involved in, I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Unless they were the lead investigator. And I don't know how to find that out. And I really hadn't had the time because my constant goal right now is cleansing. I'm getting rid of shit. I got this yard sale ready. Girl, I'm going with this yard sale full boom.
Oh, God, you're so funny.
My neighbor keeps bringing shit over, and I'm like, no, I want nothing I have to dust. Keep it. Keep it over there. Let me look at it.
So funny. Okay, so the move turned out okay?
Oh, it did. It did. I don't like the land like I loved my land where I was at on the lake. But I'm getting used to it. It's just full sun. There's no shade trees. And it's a busy road.
That's not good.
Yeah, it's a busy road. But at least I'm sitting on an acre. So I do have a great big front yard and a big backyard.
So are you going to plant any trees?
There's 2 Bradford pears in the front yard. And if we don't buy this place, no, we're not planting any trees. But if we decide to buy, we're going to do the big cedar trees for barriers in the front and the back. And I would love to have another maple tree.
Oh, a maple tree.
Maple trees are nice and they're great shade. They bring a lot of coolness to the modular homes, you know. But we're not up for option to buy yet, so.
So, on my community page, I just put up another question. Should Seth Rodgers file a civil lawsuit against the Proudfoots? Take the poll. Have Proudfoots lawyered up? 57% yes, 14% no, 29% not sure. Will the $50,000 help bring info in the Sebastian Rodgers case? 27% yes, no, 44% not sure, 29%. It's not good. It's not good at all. Not good at all. Oh man, this is bad. I just really hate this, you know. Well, we had a reward, Sue. Remember, somebody from the UK meddled in our business over here in America and got the reward fund disbanded. They took it to court and they gave it to other organizations because a person said the YouTuber was committing fraud by promoting it on their channel, blah, blah, blah. But like I told people, that girl didn't have to turn any of the money in. If you want to say that YouTube creator was committing fraud, she didn't have to turn any of the money in at all. If I want to commit fraud, let's just say, I put a fundraiser up on my channel and you all send me cash apps. If I wanted to defraud you all, right, I don't have to turn any of the fucking money in. She turned the money in. So my thing is, if a person turned in at least $37,000 fucking dollars, what the fuck was everybody complaining about? I never could get that. Q Carlock, that was her name, YouTuber. I never could understand why people was, going on and on about that bullshit with Summer Wells and the reward fund. So, it is what it is. It's sad. Even in that case, no reward for a little girl.
Right.
But this is legit. The FBI put it up, so it's legit. So it should be no fucking problem with nobody having a complaint. You know what I'm saying, about the reward. It's coming from the FBI.
It's coming from the FBI, y'all.
Coming from the FBI, yeah. So it should be no complaints. Okay, let's go here, Gigi. Where do you see this case going at this point, at the juncture?
I have no freaking clue. I mean, I've thought so many times that something was going to break.
Mm.
And now I'm beginning to think that whoever done something to him is going to get by with this.
Say what?
Somebody done something, and I just think they're going to get by with it. I don't know
why you say that?
Because they don't seem to be touchable. They seem to be untouchable. How is that?
That's what I don't understand. How do you all come to that decision? The law enforcement don't got to tell you what they have. It doesn't work like that. So why would you think these people are untouchable? I don't understand why you all keep listening to this gossip about who Christopher Proudfoot knows when you have other legal agencies that are above the sheriff. TBI and the government are above the sheriff.
I was thinking about him being part of them good old boys.
Yeah, but it don't matter. It's the national government. They don't got no rank with the national government. So anything they find, they're not going to sugarcoat it because Christopher Proudfoot knows somebody. That's what I don't understand why y'all don't get that. Christopher Proudfoot is a nobody.
If the FBI has taken over, I believe something will happen, but I don't know for sure they have.
Well, my thing is they've been involved anyway because they work with human trafficking. I mean, CIA, not CIA, but the other organization. That's what I keep trying to tell everybody. That the national government is not getting ready to hide anything because of fucking Christopher Proudfoot and his interludes or inner dealings with the sheriff's department. He's not that fucking important for the CIA and all these people to say, oh my God, Christopher Proudfoot knows a deputy. Come on.
I think you're right, because I think about it now, like even cases around here where we thought, those parents killed that child. I mean, and we thought the law wasn't doing anything. Out they were. And there was an arrest. It took a year or two, to get the evidence.
Yeah.
But
because you got to think how slow it takes to process stuff. We see this all the time with true crime. Rape kits take forever. Killer running around, rapist running around. The kid sitting in a bag on a fucking shelf. Somebody mishandling shit at the lab. This is why shit gets prolonged. So the national government is involved in investigating because this is a child. They work with children cases. I don't know why y'all think ain't nobody paying attention to what's going on. Nobody cares. You're talking about people who don't have nothing to do with Sumner County.
I'm thinking they're not going to find Sebastian. But
they may not find him. But that doesn't mean that they don't find something.
You're right.
Against the people who got rid of him.
They prosecuted people without a body before.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to explain to everybody. Stop focusing on Christopher Proudfoot and who the fuck he knows. That shit don't mean nothing to the TBI. That don't mean nothing to FBI. They don't give a fuck about Sumner County. They don't give a fuck about Christopher Proudfoot.
So far doesn't mean he's going to continue.
That's what I'm trying to explain to everybody. You keep focusing on, he knows the sheriff. He knows this person. You think the FBI walk in, they give a fuck about who knows who's related. Matter of fact, that's going to give them pause to watch and dig further. They're going to dig even deeper. They think you know somebody in the sheriff's department. Oh, hell yeah. They get ready to chop that shit up and spit it out.
You're right.
They don't care about that. These people are from different jurisdictions. They ain't coming in here going, oh, Christopher Proudfoot's family got money. Oh, they know. I mean, everybody acts like this is fucking Bill Gates or somebody. I just be sitting here like,
I lost a lot of hope when TBI didn't do anything because they're your state.
You can't listen. You're not listening, baby. We can't intervene. The TBI's told you that. We have to be invited. That's every state. That's not just Tennessee.
You're right.
TBI, FBI cannot just go jump in and take over a case. That's not their case.
You're right. You're right. They have to be invited,
They have to be
an official investigation in the department itself.
And it can either be sheriff invites TBI or district attorney. The district attorney at some point should have said, okay, this is going on too long. This little boy missing. The behavior of these parents, we're watching this shit on social media. I need to call TBI to tell them I want them to take over. She can override Sumner County. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She can override. Should have done it months ago.
Absolutely.
Now, she might have faith in the sheriff. You understand what I'm saying? She might have a good rapport with the sheriff. So she feels like, well, I'm not getting ready to override him because it looks like he's doing his job. We're talking, we're communicating. He's showing me what he got. Woo, woo. See, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Everybody's assuming they know what's going on with Sumner County. Don't know what's going on. You just mad because there's no arrest. There's no body surfacing. But that's not realistic. The child went missing for a reason. So if he went missing for a reason, why are you expecting a body to just pop up? You understand what I mean? It doesn't make no sense.
I guess
the body got gone for a reason.
Yeah, I guess it's just hope that a body will pop up, and then we can tell what really did happen to him.
Well, and even if a body pops up, you got to then wait on the autopsy to see if he died naturally or he died by a human.
Right.
So that's 6 weeks. See where I'm going?
Yep.
Yeah. You know, nothing's cut dry when you're dealing with true crime. Everybody wants a quick answer. This isn't television.
You're right. You're right.
But you know what? It's obvious if this is nefarious, he got gone for a reason. Them motherfuckers got rid of him. They hid his ass out, and I'm sure they planned this. They used burner phones. They did all of that.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
they did.
That's why there's no information if it's true.
Like Christopher said, left no clues. The perfect crime.
Well, this is what they tell on themselves when they're talking, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Sure does.
He was telling himself.
Verdicts we got this week, Queen. Finnegan, life. Penalty, death penalty. And Wade Wilson, death penalty.
Yeah. Yeah. I felt bad. I feel bad for her because she's like a lot of people that live in this area, you know, in Knoxville, that we have a really high transient situation going on, homeless people. And I see them, like I tell people, I live in a really great area here in Knoxville. It's a fabulous place where I live. The area, you know, is shopping. It's beautiful. But the thing is, it's a lot of transient traffic. And she's like a lot of people. She trusted this person thinking, oh, he's going to give me a place to stay. We're going to have a little sex, pay me a little money, probably get a little high occasionally, you know, whatever. And she was duped. She was duped, girl. And then she was tortured. Yeah. And then also she's a mother of 7 children.
Oh my God. It's heartbreaking, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Because I remember talking about this case to one of my ex-neighbors. And he had said, you know, he says, oh, I met her mom. He says her mom used to live in an apartment where I used to live. And he says, yeah, she had 7 kids. And I thought, damn, I didn't know that. That, you know, it was years ago when he had told me that. And he knew her mother. And I was like, man, that's crazy. 7 damn kids.
Oh,
and you know what I think is interesting? Did any of the children even speak up about their mother at the hearing? I mean, at the trial? I don't remember hearing that.
No. I never saw any of her children at the trial or never saw anyone point them out.
That's crazy. That's crazy as hell. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it is.
Your mother murdered, and no child even spoke up
Well,
at the hearing. Just the aunt and the niece.
Yep. If she was out there living on the streets, they might not even know their mother.
Well, they may not, but at some point she had custody of them. You would think a person would say to themselves, despite my mother, the way she was living, I'm going to go ahead and ask the judge, can I speak? Because this is my mother.
Yeah, but I mean, whoever's taking care of them may not have allowed that to happen, you know?
Yeah, because I didn't know the ages of the children, so.
Yeah, and I don't remember. Oh, in the Wade Wilson, it was the Wade Wilson case. The victims in the penalty phase, they didn't want to tell it again. They asked the judge to go back and look at the trial victim impact statements because they did a news thing afterwards and said it was so hard for them to talk about, they just couldn't even talk about it again.
Oh, okay. Well, wow.
But it's some kind of justice. I mean, even if they sit in there for the rest of their life and never get put to death, like a lot of people say, oh, we're just taking care of them. Either way, we're taking care of them.
Yeah.
Either way, at least we know that he will never get a chance for parole or anything else, you know?
Yeah.
He won't never hurt another. Neither one of them will.
Oh, Lord.
Some evil exists in this world.
Yeah, I got a notification. Oh, God, it's so hot. Look at this. Tomorrow, 96 degrees. Girl, it's so hot here today. I was out this morning early out grocery shopping, and I'm telling you, glasses fogging up, everything. That's horrible.
Oh, yeah, it was bad today. I called Daddy. I said, don't you dart that doorway. If you need something, you call me.
Yeah. Let me play this content. I'm not going to hold you all long. We have a child missing right now out of, let's see. Well, she's here in Knoxville. Let me play the one about the, we also got wildfires brewing right now. Fighting wildfire in the Smokies. Closures reported. Flint Gap fire, 10 acres, Tuesday, August 27th at noon. Oh, Lord. See, it's dry because it's so hot.
Yeah, Greg mowed tonight, and he said, I'm going to tell you what, at least it wasn't wet. It was dry. And I said, I know. I saw you kicking up dust. The lawnmower was just going across the yard, and all I could see was dust.
Oh, you're so funny. Hold on a minute. Let me pull this up. Because there's a kid missing. Hold on. Missing 14-year-old Nashville. Let's see if we can get this out of here.
The crazy thing is 2 weeks ago, it was hard to mow every day because it was soaking wet. And now it's brutally dry. It's like we go from one extreme to the other.
That's how it is. I don't know. Let's see. Hold on. I ain't sure. Let's see. 14-year-old girl. It's not coming up. Have you looked at any of my movie suggestions?
I hadn't been doing a lot of movies. I have looked a couple of months, but then I start watching them and I'm gone.
Girl, let me tell you something. I don't know. Do you have Hulu?
I do.
Girl, tonight, let me tell you, you and your husband, you got to watch Greta. Girl, it is good.
Is it good?
Girl is riding a train in New York and she finds a purse and she decides to return the purse to the owner, which is an older white lady. Girl, ooh, Gigi is good.
What's the name of it again?
It's called Greta.
Greta. Okay,
that's my second movie suggestion of the week. Okay. So the girl that was missing here in Knoxville, endangered young girl, she was found. Thank God. So I'm trying to find the case here in Nashville.
Good.
I'm trying to find one in Nashville I can't find. This was here it is. Let's go here. Hold on. This is uploaded 14 hours ago. TBI.
WKRN.com alert that's following breaking news this morning. A statewide search continues for an endangered Nashville child. The alert has been issued for 14-year-old Seven Whitman. That's according to the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation. She was last seen Sunday at her father's home at McCurley Avenue in Madison. She stands about 5'6", weighs roughly 130 pounds. She has blonde curly hair and blue eyes. Seven also has braces on her upper teeth. She was last seen wearing a brown top, a gray sports bra, and gray shorts. If you have seen her or if you have any information, you are asked to call Metro Police or the TBI. For more breaking news around the clock, just head to WKRN.com.
Okay, her name is Seven. Let me go into Google. She's 14. She's missing out of Nashville. Last seen at her dad's house. Oh, Lord. Hello, Sue. Let's see. This is not good. You still here, Gigi? Gigi? 14-year-old girl missing, Nashville. 15. I'm trying to find the latest story. You stepped out. You okay? Okay, so this person said she was found. I don't know. See, you don't ever know. Gigi. Nine hours ago, she's still missing.
I was trying to get a picture of her.
Okay, yeah. So this was uploaded by Jake Allen. I don't know what's the truth. So let me see. Because, people can make up stuff. You have to be very careful what you share.
Right.
And it's going to YouTube for some reason under this. I think it's fake. It says, see, it was a fake story. Now I got a fucking virus on my damn phone.
Damn it.
I should have known that.
I know. I went and got my phone too. I'm glad I didn't click on anything.
Yeah, that's what you have to be careful. That's why you say it says Jake Allen Golf, and now I got a virus on my phone opening it up. That's some bullshit. So you have to be careful with stuff. I tried to find the latest stories. 19 hours. So let's go 12 hours ago. Police are asking for the public's help to locate Seven Whitman, 14, who is missing out of Nashville. The TBI describes her as 5'6", 130 pounds with blonde hair and blue eyes. Whitman was last seen at home Sunday evening wearing a brown tank top, gray sports bra, and gray shorts. Why would they? I thought that's weird. Why would you mention she wore a gray sports bra? That's weird. National Police Department, 615-862-8600 or TBI at 1-800-TBI-FINE. Strange. Hello, Tropicana. Hello, everybody in the chat. Thank you for joining me. Okay, now it says found safe 21 hours ago. Tennessee Bureau of Investigation. She has been found.
So she was found safe. Was the younger one found safe?
Who are you talking about?
I thought there was like a 7-year-old missing.
Oh, I don't know anything about him.
Okay.
So she was found and the girl found in Knoxville found. Good. Like yesterday.
Okay, maybe it was one in Knoxville.
With my phone. Let me talk about some cases here in Knoxville, and I'm going to check out of here. Of some missing people who there's some cold cases here in Knoxville, Tennessee. These are adults. It's very strange.
For information in a missing persons case. 3 people missing for nearly 7 years now. Our Jared Austin is joining us. We are here speaking with the family of one of these missing people, pleading with police They want some answers.
Yeah, it's one of Bonnie Drain's daughters. She's right there in the middle. It's Crystal Benton. She says it's really taking a toll on the family right now. We're also speaking with the lead investigator on this, saying they've done a lot of work in the last 6 to 8 months with new interviews and searches.
We're at a standstill with it all.
Nearly 7 years without knowing what happened to Crystal's mother, Bonnie Drain.
She's gave everybody hope. Strangers, family, friends, everyone.
Bonnie reported missing back in 2018 after she was last seen at UT Medical Center visiting a family member in December of 2017. Knoxville police recently renewing the search, reviewing phone records, phone data, and searching different locations in our area.
All of those together, combined with some of the newer interviews that we've conducted, have kind of pieced together a more clear picture as to kind of what occurred, what their life was like at the time, and what may have led up to their disappearance.
There is a person of interest in the case, Jeremy Hardison. He's currently serving a life sentence in prison for a murder in another case.
He is still a person of interest, but we believe there's other people that are either involved with their disappearance and or have knowledge about what happened to them.
Benton wanting answers not just for herself and the 4 siblings, but all of the grandchildren.
You won't have a chance to know how much she loved him.
Okay.
She left him.
Bonnie Drain, William Inkelbarger, and Brendan Carroll were reported missing back in 2018. Knoxville police said all of their disappearances are likely connected. Drain was last seen at the UT Medical Center December 27, 2017. Inkelbarger was just seen by his father on December 29, 2017. Carroll was last seen January 1st, 2018. One of Drain's daughters, Crystal Benton, said the last couple of years have taken a toll on the family. We're at a standstill with it all. We're really, I guess, numb in a way, Benton said. Benton is one of 5 children to Bonnie. She said she made everyone happy around her. She gave everybody hope, strangers, family, friends, everyone. Benton said she would smile even in the worst situations. Knoxville police renewed the search, digging for more details in the last 6 to 8 months. Brandon Lee Stryker, the lead KPD investigator on the case, said they've done more interviews and looked at phone records. All of those together, combined with some of the newer interviews we've conducted, have pieced together a more clear picture as to what occurred, what their life was at the time, and what their life was like at the time, and what may have led up to their disappearance, Stryker said. He also said they've done 5 searches in 3 different locations. They focus mainly on East Knoxville to Anderson County. Stryker said there is a person of interest in the case, Jeremy Hardison. He is currently serving a life sentence in prison after being convicted of murder in another case. He is still a person of interest, but we still believe there are still people involved with their disappearance or have knowledge about what happened to them, Stryker said. The main goal for KPD and all other law enforcement involved is to find the 3 missing people as soon as possible. We're trying to locate them first. That's our primary objective. And if there's charges stemming from locating them, then we'll proceed forward with that. Anyone with information in the case, ask to call 865-215-7212, FBI Knoxville Division, 865-544-0751, or East Tennessee Valley Crime Stoppers at 865-215-7165. I guess I'm going to go ahead and give you all a little tea. Because you all are going to be like, oh, shit, here she goes. Because, hold on, I need to get his name so I can Google his name right quick. Let's see. Wait a minute. Can't find this. They just said his name up here. 2018. Bonnie Drain, William Inkelbarger, Brenda Carroll. All missing 2018. Okay?
Okay.
They are all Caucasian. Hardison. Let me go back into Google. Hardison murder. Let's see what I can come up. I don't think that's right. This is 21. Let me see if this is him. Let me get this information out here. Jeremy Jerome Hardison, 42, also known as Big Country, was convicted of first-degree murder, and Judge Scott Green sentenced him to serve life in prison for the 2017 fatal shooting. They're hoping with Hardison now in prison, more witnesses will be emboldened to come forth to share information on the 3 missing people. Hardison was accused of fatally shooting a victim in the back with an AR-15, September 24th, 2017, at the intersection of Selma Avenue and Ben-Hur Avenue. Damn, that's big. Witnesses named him as a shooter, and Knoxville Police Department obtained a search warrant for Hardison's residence. They found the weapon that was consistent with ballistic evidence taken at the shooting scene. Court documents show Hardison was charged with first-degree murder related to a April 2001 death, and later pleaded guilty to voluntary manslaughter in September 2005. So, see, he was linked to another killing, 2001 death, pled guilty in 2005. Also named as a person of interest in an overarching, separate yet potentially related investigation involving the disappearance of 3 people out of Knox County. Those are the names of the people I just mentioned to you. I'm going to stop right there. Mr. Hardison, I know of this person. I met him as a young male years ago. I was friendly with his mother. She came from upstate. It was Illinois, where she was, and she was raising at least 3 or 4 boys on her own. And he was her eldest child. What happened to him, I do not know. But when I saw his face in the news, I was stunned because I was like, oh my God, how is he linked to all these dead people? I'm assuming it's possibly drug related, these cases of these 3 white people. He is biracial. His mother is Italian and their father is Black. So she had a lot of boys. She didn't have any girl children. So she was raising these boys on her own. The baby boy, I remember him. Oh, he was just a sweetie pie. I don't know where he is today. But all in all, the children seemed like, fairly decent kids. I really didn't know the son because he was, kind of coming and going at the time. He's older than the other boys. But what is sad is something terribly went wrong with him to where he felt the need to unalive, you understand what I'm saying, these people. And he also got a penchant for unaliving people. Don't know if they owed him money. They owed him money for drugs, whatever. But see, that's one thing I've always said to people who sold drugs. Why would you allow people to owe you money? That makes no sense. How are you going to make money if you're giving out the dope and the people are owing you? You understand what I'm saying? That makes no sense. I do believe these people are all users. And maybe they had information on him. Maybe he heard that they snitched on him. I'm not really sure. But I do believe these 3 missing people are drug related. And
I'm wondering what the common denominator was.
What you mean?
So they all did drugs?
I'm assuming they probably did. Because how are you going to have 3 missing people and you're linking them all to him? See what I'm saying?
Right.
Why would you be linking him to a guy, a girl, whatever?
Yeah.
We're not talking about I don't think this is a serial killer type situation. I think it's probably drug related. I think he was probably in the street selling drugs. Right. He got some type of knowledge about these people. Maybe he thought they were snitching on him. Maybe somebody came back and told him they were snitching. Maybe they owed him money. Who's to say? Maybe he got robbed. Maybe somebody stole something. Maybe he gave 1 or 2 some dope to sell and they didn't come back with the money. Who knows? But I think it's drug related. Anyway, he's in prison for life. And it's just sad because, this is why I keep trying to tell people why you don't know people. I briefly interacted with his mother many moons ago, almost 30 years ago. And as I said, the children seemed like, regular kids, didn't know much about them, didn't hear anything bad about them. I didn't even hear anything bad about him. But at some point he became an adult and now he's this menace who likes knocking people off. Jeremy Jerome Hardison. He's 42 at the time. They called him Big Country in the street. First-degree murder charge of a 2017 shooting with an AR-15. And he's also linked now to 3 missing people. I would possibly assume these are probably drug-related. And this is from 3 years ago. So he is now 45.
Wow.
45 years old. It's crazy. First degree murder, April 2001 death, and later pled guilty voluntary manslaughter, September 2005. So that means he got sentenced in 2005. He only did a couple of years, you understand what I'm saying? To get out and kill these people, if indeed he's involved in the murder of these 3 missing people. That's scary as hell. And they are all white people. One white woman, dark hair, a white guy, and another white lady. The white lady with the blonde hair looked like she might be a little bit older, you know, can't really tell. Their names are Bonnie Drain, William Inkelbarger, and Brenda Carroll. So what I'd like to know, if all these people, Bonnie, William, and Carol, Brenda Carroll, knew each other. Because that's going to be interesting if all of them knew each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yes. That's what I want to know.
And so they all went missing around the same time. Bonnie went missing December 27, 17. William went missing December 29th. That's just 2 days later. And then Brenda went missing December 27th. So it's Bonnie and Brenda go missing the same day. And then William goes missing 2 days later. They knew something. They had something on him, I think.
Oh, they must have.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Or
because what are the odds they're missing around the same time?
Something. I mean, if they stole from him or robbed him, you know, and he found out it was them, girl, they'll go after you.
Yeah. And I got a feeling it's however it went, I do believe it's probably drug related. Because to have that many people missing at the same time, I got a feeling they all knew each other. They probably all hung together, ran in the same circles. And maybe, like I said, he could have caught a charge. Police could have been coming around asking questions, so you don't really know what happened. And maybe he thought, okay, let me go back to who I've last been dealing with. So if he's been selling dope to these last 3 people,
and, you know,
he must assume they have something to do with it.
Also, in a paranoid state, he might not have had the right person, but he thought in his mind.
Yeah. He thought they had done. Yeah.
Ow.
And then what's even worse though, you separate these 3 though. What happened in 2001 for you to murder that person?
Right.
You're talking about a 16-year difference where you are really a young guy.
Have you done something in those 16 years that nobody knows? I mean,
well, he probably did time after he, got sentenced in 05.
Yeah, he did time.
But, my thing is, he obviously is the type, you cross him, he's going to kill you. That's obvious at this point.
I've always heard that once a person kills, they'll kill again. I don't know.
Yeah, well, it's easier to do it, especially if you got away with it, number 1. Number 2, you get a short sentence, you get your ass out. Well, he obviously had to have gotten out because how are you going to link him to? How are you going to link him to 3 other murders, but he pled guilty to involuntary manslaughter or whatever in 05?
Right.
From a 2001 killing. So he's been busy. So he's got a penchant for murder. He got a taste for blood. Okay, I did this. I pled guilty. I do my time. Don't know how long he did. He got out. See, for all we know, they might be linked to what the fuck happened to somebody in 2001.
Exactly.
So let me finish them off. Because we do know that the informants have to be mentioned in court. They have to be disclosed to the defense.
Right.
So you do get to know who your accuser is.
In discovery, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So this might be something from way back that led to him killing that other person in 01. See, we don't know. Yeah. So he did his time. He got out. It's I owe you one.
That's an interesting case to follow for sure. Girl.
It is. Yeah. It's scary because, my thing is you have to think about the things you do out here in the street. And I don't think it is not to put him in no positive light, but I don't think he just went and randomly killed 4 white people.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
Yeah, I don't think he just did. I think
He's
he
mixed,
knew
right?
these people.
He's African American and Italian.
Yeah, he's part black, part Italian because his mother's Italian.
Yeah, he knew these people.
They
But
grew
you
up.
very seldom find, as much as black people talk about hating white people, you find very seldom that a black person just goes out and kills a white person.
Yeah.
It's more
If
likely
it
that
is,
a
it's
white
usually
person
robbery.
will kill a
Usually when black
I
people
found
kill white
that
people,
out.
it's usually, a crime of theft.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Crime of robbery.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm. So we have Bonnie Drain, 45. William Dale Inkelbarger, 40. And Brenda K. Carroll, 46. So I did think Carol was the oldest. She looked older than everybody because she looks older than Bonnie
All around
Drain.
the same age group, though, basically.
So they probably all knew each other. This was personal.
Yeah, I think you might be right about that. That's worth looking into, too.
Yeah, it was personal. I think they all ran in the same crowd. I think that somebody either stole something from him or he thinks maybe they told on him and he just knocked them out one by one.
Yeah.
He probably met with them. They called, hey, you got some work? You got something? He probably said, yeah, I got something. Meet me over here.
I'll just steal these motherfuckers and get this over with.
He probably put them in the car. He put them in his car. If all we know, they all could have been together.
Yeah.
And he could have drove them somewhere. And they could have been like, where are we going? And he could have been like, oh, we're going to go chill at, Ray house, anything. And then he got out. For all we know, he shot him in the car, anything. But for them to all go missing, like, right at the same time, December 17 into January 18, that sounds orchestrated.
Oh, you changed it.
Anything you want to leave with before I check out of here?
No, I was talking to my husband. He had a concert on. He was like, "You're missing it." And
Go ahead. What do you have to say before we check out of here? Before I end this live?
I opened the door and he had already changed it.
Will Sebastian be found, Gigi?
I don't think so.
Wow. Where do you think he is if deceased? Because that's one question I wanted to ask on my poll. Macabre as it sounds. Where is he disposed of if you believe he's no longer alive?
I still feel like he's somewhere toward that campground, somewhere where Chris went. I still think that.
Why would I take him and dispose of him down there? That would make me a suspect if he's ever found.
I think that they are the ones that were in the car that picked him up from Katie. I still say she carried a bag down there with his body in it.
She carried his body down where?
To the neighborhood.
I don't understand what you're saying.
Where the cars were. Remember the lights, the flashlights that they said were garbage trucks?
Okay. But look at this. People have security cameras.
Down there.
We go out in the back. There's no way. Listen, there's no way I believe she dragged that boy through no backyards. I don't believe that now.
I think she carried him in a body bag. A duffel
Dragging
bag.
him?
No. Hell, she's military. She threw that motherfucker over her
Okay,
back.
but look at here. That's too risky going in people's backyards dragging a body.
She wasn't dragging him. She threw it over her back and boom, she was gone. She said, I got to do this.
She did what?
She threw that damn duffel bag over her back and boom.
Girl,
she took
shut
him
up. Oh, shit.
I believe she put him in the Bowersock's car. I believe they took him home. And
Okay, but look here. You're still not listening. The houses back up to each other. So people's backyards are facing other backyards, I'm assuming. If somebody's strobe light turned on and I'm carrying a body over my back or dragging it, I ain't thinking they got cameras to face the yard to see me dragging it.
She knew where she was going. She knew every light that would come on. She had already done that walk.
Yeah, but it's still too risky, though. You don't know if somebody's out smoking a cigarette. Somebody want to have a late night sausage on the grill. You know what I'm saying? People do weird shit because of people. When you're at home, you can do what you want. You know what I mean?
Right.
I just can't see doing it.
Sunday night.
I can't assume because it's February. Ain't nobody gonna be looking out their kitchen window. Ain't nobody gonna go out their backyard to walk the dog.
Let me tell you what. Sunday night at the lake. Guess what I do every time I'm at the lake on Sunday night? Guess what I do?
I'm scared
I
of that.
strip naked and I go jump off the pier. Nobody is on the lake after 8 p.m., 9 p.m.
But that's your assumption that there's nobody there. You don't know who the fuck is out there watching, Gigi.
You don't know. You don't
That's
know.
the point I'm trying to make.
she took that risk.
Carrying a body in the backyard, whether over my shoulder or I'm dragging it in a radio flyer. You don't know who could be out.
She threw that thing over her back. She put her.
But it don't matter. It don't matter how she did it, sweetheart. All I'm saying
is
identified.
It's
too risky.
She made sure they couldn't tell who she was.
Okay, but it don't matter. It still ain't got nothing to do with if I came out with my dog and you carrying a body in a radio flyer over your shoulder. I ain't gonna look at you like, what the fuck are you doing?
Ain't nobody out there. She knew nobody was out there. Them old white people are asleep. They got children.
I hear what you're saying, but it's still not realistic. People have the right to look out of their own window, Gigi. You have the right to open your balcony door. You have the right to come out and smoke a cigarette. You can't just assume that February. Listen, you can't just say a person ain't gonna come outside their house because Katie Proudfoot want to tote a body through the backyard.
They might have not even saw her. She might have took a path that was so discreet. You don't know. I can go over at two of my neighbors, and nobody in this neighborhood would know I went over there because I know how to get to the woods already.
Yeah, okay, but I'm just saying, we're not talking about a house over here and a house over there. These houses are next door to each other. It's house for house for house for house for house.
She went out that back door and went down by that fence in between them trees. Girl, she hit her. She knew what she was doing. You'll never convince me of that.
Well, okay.
She knew what she was doing.
All I'm saying is,
the Flower Sox got his body, they took his body home with them. And Chris is the one that disposed of it when he went to get that camper. I'll never believe anything different.
But listen, all I'm saying is this: I know people take risks because people murder people every day. There's a risk in murdering a person. There's a risk in disposing of a body, and we have learned that most people are never seen, or people ain't paying attention to somebody disposing of a body. All I'm saying is, that ain't something I would think to do when I got a whole car in a garage and I could just put the body in the car, back out the garage, bag out, go dump the body wherever, come back home, shut the garage. See what I'm saying? I'm not going to carry no motherfucking body through no fucking backyard.
He knew her neighbor's camera was on her way. She wasn't about to pull that car out before 6 a.m. Come on.
Well, but to me, it's all risky. Think about it. You don't want to be seen on camera, and it's so dark and Leslie, they ain't got nothing. What's the difference between going in the car on a dark street versus me toting the body out through the backyard? They both risky.
I think she took that risk. I do believe that she took that risk. I used to think she took.
So you like some other people weighing on them damn flashlight shit.
I used to think she took him out the next morning, but after I watched that is not a garbage truck. It is a car. It's obvious it was a car. Somebody was parked in that damn neighborhood. Somebody helped Katie that night.
I don't really understand the flashlight situation because my understanding is that if it's in the back of the house, there's no road back there. That's yard.
There's Kellen Road. It's right behind them.
But I'm saying my yard, it still got to cover grass. I ain't gonna sit here and believe there's a road, but right in between the yards of another person's house. I ain't never heard of no shit like that. You ain't never heard of it. That's called an alley, not a road.
It looked like a damn alley. Now let's be honest. It looked like a fucking alley. And if
that's what I'm saying. Only time a truck goes between houses is when you got houses set up to where the backyard neighbors a road, which will be an alley, and the next across from that road will be somebody's garage and then their house. I ain't never seen no fancy houses with no motherfucking alley in behind them. I ain't never heard of that.
It ain't like there's any houses really, because let's think about it. Where they met, where that car went down, where it looks like it's where the construction site is. So
yeah, I have to see it. I have to see it in the day. Like I haven't seen an area view of what it looks like behind the house during the day. So that's why I can't.
Queen. It's big houses, but nobody's living there.
But what I'm saying is, I can't visualize it with no lights in the dark. I got to see what the fuck it looks like in the backyard during the daytime, because I just refuse to believe there's a road going in behind somebody's fucking $700,000 house. I ain't never heard no shit like that before.
I do believe between the trees and the fence in her house that she could have easily, in dark clothes, went down there and nobody would have hardly ever seen. Somebody might have seen her, but
I ain't about to do no shit like that. I'm not dragging no 130, 40-pound body in no
She's
fucking
not
dark
dragging
in no
it.
yard.
She threw that shit over her back. She's a
I don't
biker.
care.
She's military.
You're not listening to yourself. It don't matter how she did it. It don't make no sense. I'm not getting ready to throw a body over my shoulder. I'm not getting ready to drag it. I'm not getting ready to do that because you're betting that nobody's going to see you. A motherfucker ain't walking a dog. Somebody ain't letting a dog out. That's crazy to me.
But listen, Queen, listen to yourself, because what if she watched that neighborhood every Sunday night to see what
But
was
you got to
going
walk
on?
back there to watch. You can't watch it from the front of the house. You're talking about watching from the back. In order to watch it from the back, I got to walk through there and look at everybody's house. See if they got a security camera. See if they got motion lights on. Man.
Who's to say she didn't?
No, she may have, but I'm just saying it just seems too risky to me.
Chrissy,
I think, listen, I think the boy got missing as soon as they left the fucking restaurant. That would be easier.
I think it would be easier, but I don't think it's even feasible.
It is feasible. I'm leaving a restaurant and going. Nobody knows where I'm going with my son. I'm leaving a restaurant. You don't know where I'm going because I ain't telling you I'm going to go knock off my kid.
Yeah, but how would you go? I mean, well, you're right.
Yeah, that to me is more feasible than me dragging a body through the dark where people can come out, smoke a cigarette, and be looking out like, what the fuck is that going on back there? You don't know if people got motion lights on their house.
At 2 a.m., them old white people ain't a fucking awake on Sunday night.
Yeah, but you ain't going to say all them people are white and old. You ain't going to tell me they ain't got motion lights on their house. It's no way going to believe every house for house facing each other don't got motion lights.
No camera footage, no motion lights, no nothing.
That's the reason why I'm telling you, you're paying all this money and ain't nobody got a motion light on their house. Think about what you're saying now. Nobody.
I can't get this guy next door to cut his fucking lights out. And we ain't even got rich on.
Okay, so I'm saying it for the last time. The houses are house for house for house. I'm assuming there are houses in the back of them. Nobody got a fucking motion light on their house.
Dark backyard, and nobody's right behind them.
Okay, I'm saying for the last time. You're still saying that nobody had motion lights on their house, Gigi.
You're right.
There's no way I believe that.
But what if she knew how to avoid them, Queen?
How are you going to avoid a motion light? That's why it's called a motion light.
Oh, but you know what? I do it all the time, so I don't cut it on for Greg when I'm peeing in the yard.
Well, I'm just saying. The thing that makes more sense is to do it like it's an outing. We went out, we left the restaurant. Now I take him somewhere, and I return home, drive my car in the garage, shut the garage. Don't nobody know where I've been and what I've done. That to me makes more sense than me dragging my body through the backyard.
Life after the steakhouse, there really isn't.
Say what?
There's no proof of life after the
steakhouse. That's why I said that would be easier to do than doing all this dragging bodies through the fucking backyard and trying to go to the pond and that's too risky. To me, that's too risky.
I'm trying to make her Queen Ninja.
Because people got dogs, people let their dogs out. I'm not going to risk a dog being loose, a pit bull getting loose, because we know people do this. People do not put their dogs on leashes to let them go use the bathroom.
You're absolutely right.
I do not want a dog chasing me while I'm holding my kid over my motherfucking shoulder.
You're right. You're right.
You understand? That just sounds crazy to me. I don't know what all that is with the lights and shit. I think she took him and did what she had to do when she left that damn steakhouse. That's what I think. That would have made more sense. I already got it rolled out, got it planned. I'm going to go meet this person over here. Nobody knows where we're going. See where I'm going? And then you do what you got to do. Come back, play crazy. Wake up. Oh, my son's missing.
It does make more sense, but I want to know why there are cars driving around the damn neighborhood parking on her road.
That don't mean nothing to me. I tell people that all the time. You can't tell people not to drive on the road at 11 o'clock. That ain't that fucking late. That just going into school day. You don't know if it was some kids goofing off, smoking pot in the car, somebody sneaking out to get a ride. It could be 1,000 things.
You're right. You're right. I didn't think about that.
Somebody going to drop somebody off. They had a Sunday dinner. We spent all night at our friend's house, family house. They're dropping us off and they're parked outside.
Right. Somebody
it could be a caregiver.
Could be none of my business.
1,000 things. Why cars parked anywhere.
I know that Katie knows where her son is. I know that in my heart. That
That's the
bitch
bottom
knows.
line.
I'm sorry.
That's the
Lord.
bottom line. She and that fucking Teletubby know.
Yep. They know they wouldn't be acting the way they're acting.
Real said, Lord. It's up here arguing about a damn backyard. I can tell you right now, if I'm gonna kill somebody, I ain't getting ready to do that. Not in a day and time with cameras. We got cameras everywhere. People got cameras on their houses. I wouldn't risk going out my backyard with no dead body. That'd be the last way I would do it. I just wouldn't do it. You understand what I'm saying? If I want to get away with it, no. Because I don't know what my neighbors got. I don't know who's got a camera facing my the backyard, or the house in the back of me got a camera, what they can see. I ain't getting ready to risk that. I want to get away with this. I don't want to get caught.
I think normal people wouldn't, but I'm trying to think outside the box because I don't think she's normal. I don't think he's normal.
Well, we know they're probably, if they murdered a kid, we know they're not normal because there's no reason to kill a kid. But the thing is, when you want to get detected, you don't want to get detected. You're going to wrap this out. You're going to map this out best possible. You're going to think of every way to get away without anybody seeing you. And I don't care what nobody says. So long as you're carrying a body outside, whether it be front yard, backyard, it's too risky.
You're risking a lot.
Yeah, because people come. I don't know why people think because it's winter, nobody will go outside their house. People smoke cigarettes. So you want me to believe nobody on the block smoked a cigarette to where they say, I'm going to go outside on my porch and smoke a fucking cigarette?
I'm a smoker. I'm out here with my damn bunny suit on.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. So here goes a smoker going out. Here goes Katie going by with a dead body in a bag. And nobody's going to be like, okay, what the hell is this? She in all black. Somebody's in all black carrying a body over their shoulder. I ain't getting ready to call 911.
I'm seeing bodies going.
I think the average person would have probably said, hey, man, what's going on? Where you going? What's that on your shoulder?
You're right. Or took a picture or something, you know?
Shit, I'm running in calling 911. Hey, we need somebody over here ASAP.
ASAP, yeah. Yeah. You're right.
There's something funky going on over here in this backyard. Hurry up, get somebody. Jesus. And it's terrible because in the end, this is a child we're talking about.
I don't know why I feel like, Queen, that he did come home and that her and him got into it. I don't know why I feel so strong about that. That he came home from this exciting, fun day.
And what they got into it about, Gigi?
And when he told her to, she said it's time to calm down and, you know, get ready to go to bed. And I think he like uproared. I don't know why.
Well, we'll never know.
We'll never know.
But I think the reason why I think he got gone after, listen, the reason why I think he got gone after the steakhouse is because they were busy going so many places. And that takes me back to the Summer Wells bullshit. It's the same MO. Her mother took her 1,000 places, but never took the brothers with her. You don't find that strange? Okay, so here we go, a 15-year-old. He ain't got no brothers and sisters. He's place for place for place for place, which is nothing wrong with that. But if I want to get rid of a person and I want to make the illusion that everything's happy-go-lucky, it's the perfect setup. I'm seen in public so people can verify that they saw me. They saw me with the kid. He was having fun. He's eating candy, popcorn. See where I'm going? Now, we leave there out of sight, out of mind. So when it comes to interrogating, all people can say is, oh, yeah, he was there. They were with some friends, family. They all look like they were having a good time. We didn't see nothing nefarious. We didn't see nobody arguing. That's all the fuck you got. She knew that. This shit was deliberate. That whole Sunday event was deliberate and orchestrated. Nobody can make me believe different. Now, that's what I believe was orchestrated.
You're right.
She took that boy out deliberately from place to place.
And the weekend before. What about those weekends? Did y'all do that every weekend?
Yeah. That's what I'm telling you. Here's a kid who didn't have no life. He didn't interact with children in school. He didn't interact in activities, games, sports, functions at school. That's weird for a 15-year-old not to have no friends.
Just so happens the month before, he told his teacher that he'd been being abused by his stepdaddy.
Well,
a month before.
Well, and that's another reason to get rid of them so these people don't come back. But see, what people don't understand is you can't go knock a kid off and think that's not going to be suspicious if DHS has been involved in your life. That's dumb. But see, that's the thing. People don't plan everything out. You're
don't.
going to always forget something when you're planning a murder. 50 ways to kill a person, 100 ways to get caught. I've said it 1,000 times.
Say it again, Queen.
You're going to forget something. Because knocking a child off because of DHS being involved is a real red flag. Because that's what they're going to look at. Did these people abuse their kid? Are there any DHS calls? Was there an open case? Okay, you got an open fucking case, and now that kid in that case is gone. Come on.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I'm looking at everybody in his family. Of course. And he didn't have no life. Katie was his life. She was tired, the lifeline. She was sucked dry taking care of this boy, I'm telling you. She wanted
you're
out.
right. You're not wrong about that.
Husband he ain't getting along with the kid. He's probably, doing and saying shit they tired of. They wanted to be free.
Hating Seth because he's got all the answers. He can move in with me and
well, that would have been an answer. Why am I gonna kill my kid when he got a whole father? Just go send him to his daddy.
Oh, because you hate his daddy, remember?
Yeah, well. Yeah. And then too, that shows defeat. She wouldn't want people to know that.
Yeah. Over my dead body will Seth get him.
No, I ain't getting ready to let people know he got full custody of my child. And then too, you got to think if she's trying to check all the way out, it would be expected to have dealings with Sebastian. See where I'm going?
Yeah.
I want to fully flake out. I can't flake out. He's still breathing to where Seth will say, hey, can you come get him this weekend?
Yeah,
and she
haven't contacted your son, Katie.
She want to be fully free. She can't be free if Sebastian is still breathing.
Oh, absolutely. Hello, Katie. Your son would like to talk to you. I don't have time.
Right. So who wants to put up with that? I want to be free of this kid, but I still got this father calling me to say, oh, he wants to come over for Christmas. He want to come over for the summer. He want to do this. Okay, now he grown. We're still doing the same thing like he a child. That bitch wanted to be free of that boy, I'm telling you.
Yep. I think you're right, Queen.
Yeah, she wanted to be free of him. No more holidays. No more rearing him. No more this and that. No more attitude. No more quirkiness. No more he looks goofy in pictures. I'm done. That's why they won't talk to nobody. Them motherfuckers did something to that boy.
They did. I've said it from day one. I just don't know what. I wish I did. I wish he could get some justice because
dealing with children is hard in itself, whether your children have developmental issues or not. So you factor in a child that has autism, and I've seen some videos where these autistic children were damn near about to kill their parents. They're beating walls in, big ass kids, holes turned up the room, furniture. Hell yeah, I've been lost my motherfucking mind too. I don't know what I might have done. You understand what I'm saying? So you think about the children that are autistic and they violent, and they sit up here. I watched one video a few months ago where I think I would have just walked the fuck out myself with a suitcase and kept on going. Because they would have been like, I can't handle this. Because this boy was big. And he was tearing up this lady's house.
Yeah.
It was over in the UK. He had tore up her house.
My girlfriend has a son like that. He tears
That
up
was
the
scary.
house. He tears up her. She showed her arm from the weekend. He beat her up.
Yeah. So see, you got to have a strong mind to one, deal with a wayward child, period. Now I got a child that's beating up holes and knocking furniture over. Yeah. That's a lot. And then you say, well, I still want to take care of my kid, but you don't got no control over the kid. I'm not saying that was what Sebastian was doing, but I'm just saying it's easy to flake out and want to remove yourself from the equation and be like, I can't do this. So I want now, she's been wanting to be done with him. She got with this man. They didn't jive well, her son and him. And he's probably been telling her, hey, go send him to the father. What's the deal? She didn't want to do it, probably feeling bad. But then something came to her head. She realized, I got to get this boy out my house.
Yeah. And I can't let him go to his daddy. That'll be my fail. You know,
right,
my
exactly.
fail.
Because people will talk. Oh, Katie sent her child with Seth, and then she don't deal with him. They call her, she won't answer the phone, blah, blah, blah.
We already
What's
know
she doing right now?
What people think of them than they do Sebastian. It's obvious.
Say what?
We already know that her and Chris feel more compassionate about what people think of them.
Yeah.
Than they do
So that would lead me to believe what I had said earlier. She would not want somebody to know she was defeated in raising her son.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's what it all comes back
because
to.
she knows Seth would tell people, oh, we call her, she don't answer. She won't come pick him up. He's crying. He wants to go see his mom. She don't want to be bothered. She don't want that MO out there in the universe.
No, she don't.
Wow, that's some deep shit. That's deep.
It is. And it breaks my heart for that kid. It breaks my heart for him. No kid. I tried to tell these parents this weekend. I got suckered into, I was supposed to go visit a friend at the lake and relax and help her get ready for a surgery. She had her grandchildren and she has a brain disease. She can't take care of her grandchildren. So guess who got to babysit? Me. These motherfuckers were so sorry they didn't even pick up their children on Sunday night knowing they had school on Monday morning, girl.
People like that, though. They got an opportunity to be rid of their children. People do it every day. You'd be surprised. Somebody, you kind enough to keep somebody baby. I remember I kept a little white baby years ago, and these motherfuckers just took off. They just got excited. Oh, Angie here, she got the baby, and that baby cried and cried and cried. She had a severe ear infection. I had to end up calling the damn law to say, hey, they ain't came back and get their baby. Next thing you know, months later, I'm in fucking court fooling with this damn gator trash. And then before you know it, guess what? They still left the baby with them. And then I learned years later, once I moved away from that place, I was talking to somebody and they was like, girl, don't you know that baby gone? They took that baby from them. I said, yeah, and that's how fucked up the state is. I'm sitting here in the court telling you the child was neglected. It's obvious they weren't taking care of her hygiene, none of that. You still let them keep the damn baby, and then years later, you end up taking the fucking kid from them.
Girl, it was the saddest thing I ever seen.
It's ridiculous.
Here, these children been
Just
in the
that
lake all
whining.
weekend.
That child cried. It was such a blood curdling cry. And you're like, what's wrong with this kid? Why is this baby crying like this?
Swam all weekend in this dirty lake, right? They swam and they swam. I said, you know what, Barbara, you can't watch them. I told the kids, I said, you know what? I'll watch y'all swim, but y'all are wearing life jackets.
Oh, of
I'm
course.
not neglecting Barbara to save your life. Get your life jacket on and go out there and swim to your heart's content. So I'm taking care of Barbara and I'm taking care of the kids. And Sunday night, the parents don't show up. Monday morning, the grandfather says, would you take them to breakfast and here's some money and then take them home? I took them home. It was a 45-minute drive. I got home with them and the mother said, we're going through so much. I said, do you know that
I don't give a damn. Oh, Lord, it could have been Queen. Oh.
I said, do you know Barbara is sick and getting ready to have surgery? This brain disease is deteriorating quickly and she can't even walk.
Girl, I would have went the fuck off. Do you hear me? I would have snatched a motherfucker up. I'd let the kids get in that house.
How I stayed so calm without.
Oh, it couldn't have been me. I'd have told a motherfucker, let me tell you something. I wasn't signed up for keeping children. They grandmama's supposed to keep them, but you sitting up here using her, and now I end up getting your children. Then you live them there almost an hour away, and you sitting there going to tell me about what the fuck you got going on. I don't give a fuck what you got going on. These are your damn kids.
What I told her, Queen. I do not give two motherfucking fucks.
Well, that's probably they've been doing that. But they've been doing that. Ain't no telling how many people in the community have been keeping them kids.
Ain't no telling. You're absolutely
Oh,
right.
hell
and them
no.
kids don't know from day to day.
Well,
where
look, shit, drop a dime on them. Who cares?
I told her, I said, you know
I
what?
called the state.
You call me on Messenger when you need boxes to move every 6 months. Call me on Messenger when you take them kids to
That would piss
Barbara
me off.
because she cannot take care of them by herself. And don't keep them children from her. Call
I've
me
dealt with that
first.
2 times. I've dealt with that 2 times, keeping a baby with a
Good.
motherfucking parents
God
never showed up to get their kid. I think about that years ago. I kept this black girl's baby. That little girl, she cried. You couldn't even put her down to fix her something to eat. I was like, this is crazy. I can't hold a baby for 8-9 hours. You know what I'm saying? I mean, she cried from the time she got up that morning. And I told that mama, I said, let me tell you something. I was nice enough to keep your kid while you went to work and you need a babysitter. I said, your baby cried. I can't hold no baby all day. I said, and then too, and then you don't want to pay me my money. You don't want to pay me. I said, who does this? You knew you didn't have the money when you asked me to babysit. You should have found you somebody else to do it for free. I'm not in the babysitting business to be keeping no kids or keeping them for damn free. The fuck?
I'm not
She
doing
eventually paid me though. But see, these are lessons you learn dealing with people keeping kids. This is why I don't keep nobody kid. I don't give a damn if they related to me. I don't want to keep your child for the reasons I do true crime. Something jump off, they find something wrong with the kid. I do not need a motherfucker going back saying, "Oh, he was last with Angela, and that's why he got a bump on his head." I will beat the brakes off if you accuse me of fucking hurting a fucking kid.
Right.
I'm gonna catch a fucking murder charge. Just from the accusation itself.
I'm gonna come chase your ass down and kick your fucking ass, bitch.
I'm not keeping no kid. No.
And my friend finally did admit to me. She did admit. She finally said, "I know this is not what you agreed to do. You agreed to come help me pack my bags for my surgery and take you a couple of days."
They didn't have no business putting the kids off of her anyway. Who takes kids to a house and a person that back surgery? That's stupid. She can't get up. How old were the children?
One little boy was going into second grade, and little girl's going into fifth.
Yeah, they getting into shit. You don't even know what the fuck they doing. They can have your whole house set the house on fire.
She's on YouTube, and he's out there swimming whenever he wants to. I said, you cannot
That's
swim.
how kids drown. Kids drown. That's stupid. You gotta watch kids. You gotta watch kids. Even if they're 11 years old, 10, you still gotta watch them.
She puts them in the tub with some water. I said, Barbara, they got to have shampoo and soap. They going to go to school smelling like a fucking lake tomorrow.
Oh.
They've been here all weekend. You can't just give them water. I end up going in there and shampooing hair and washing bodies. And I'm like, I didn't sign up for all this shit.
Yes. And listen, this is what I said on my YouTube channel, on the community post about, cleaning out the Gmail and, keeping the house in order. I like my life as far as it being clutter-free. I don't have a lot of chaos, people running in and out, dealing with type of drama and shit. I had a little situation here and there, but it's not every day. That's why I don't want it. I'm too old. I don't want to be bothered. I don't want your problems. I don't want your children problems. I don't want your relationship problems. I don't want no parts or none of it. And that's why I said it. I am not getting ready to keep nobody baby. You can believe that. And a person need not even ask me, could you keep my little girl, my baby, a toddler? No, and no.
This was worse than that. My friend, she's doing wrong too. I mean, they won't let me see the children, so this was the only time I got to get them, and I knew you'd help. And I said, Barbara, use that.
She using you, but she's telling you she using you. How you gonna use me and you got a back problem? You had surgery.
That fucking messenger to ask me, Sue, can you help me with the children this weekend?
Girl, everybody using everybody. Don't you see what's going on? They're using her. She's using you.
Yeah,
that's all that's going on in this generation. That's a generational curse right there. What you're talking about?
I went and bought a bucket of minnows.
Girl,
I did. I went and bought a bucket of minnows, a hook, and a bobber, and I went fishing. I said, I'm not doing this.
Hey, let me tell you something. I look at Facebook.
I caught one little brim, and I threw his ass back because one little brim ain't gonna feed me and Greg. Okay.
Well, I tell you what. I've been looking at Facebook, and I look at these people complaining about taking care of their grandchildren, how their children are acting, and they love their grandkids. They trying to do right by them. And the first thing I tell myself, this is the life I did not ever want for myself. Is to be arguing with a child about their children. You understand what I'm saying? Exactly. I gotta feel obligated to take your child in because you don't want to do right and this and that. And I don't envy those people. I've heard I don't know how many stories lately of this type of bullshit going on with these grandchildren and the wayward ass parents, baby mamas got all these children back to back, and the baby daddy won't act right. He's doing this, doing that. That's a life I have not had to deal with. I don't want no parts of it, and it's not to be disrespectful. When I hear this type of shit, it makes me cringe. Because that's why I pride myself to not have had no house full of damn children by no good ass Negro. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because I didn't want that life for myself.
I don't, and I didn't choose it, and it's not my family. We're
and
no
that's what people don't understand.
But here I go trying to help a friend out, and she knows I'm moving. She knows I'm moving, and that we got 20 years worth of stuff I'm going through. Yeah,
but you should be done with all that. You're still going through stuff in the house.
Girl, I am still going through stuff, but most of it's yard sale. Most of it's yard sale. And right now I'm kind of I'm getting to organize. Everything's organized. Everything has a place and every place has a thing.
Jesus, Lord.
I'm
Girl, if you don't
loving
call the
that
damn
place.
Goodwill Habitat, tell them come get that shit.
Okay, well, listen, after the yard sale, it's all going to Goodwill. Gigi don't want it no more. I'm
Jesus,
done with
well,
it.
that's been months ago. I thought you'd been done by now.
No, I got it stocked up in the dining room. My
Oh,
girlfriend,
Lord.
we're having a big sale
Come
September.
up your damn house.
September the 8th, we're having a huge weekend
Yeah,
sale.
well, have it before the first snow.
I thought about doing it on the 1st because all them checks come rolling in.
I would wait till the 8th because all that been cigarette money and shit. They done spent the damn money. I sure would have it on the 1st. I put up poster boards. I posted to Facebook, all that. Hell yeah, I put all that out there. I posted to Marketplace. It don't matter. People shop. Listen, people shop all day, year round. Don't nobody value holidays anymore.
I want to take a break. I want to get in the water with Greg somewhere. I don't care if it's a damn creek, okay?
Well, put it on the 3rd. Well, have it on the 3rd.
I'm thinking about going ahead and doing it, just setting it up during the week and saying, hey, I'm here.
Yeah. It's never going to get gone sitting in your house.
It's not. But at least it's
I mean, got
organized.
that shit out of there.
I've already touched it once, and I've made a deal with myself. If I touch it again and I want it, I have to buy it for myself.
Oh, my God.
There's no getting anything out of that yard sale for free.
Gigi,
All
how
that
much stuff is it?
It's a bunch of stuff. It's a bunch.
What do you consider a bunch?
Well, I got like 25 boxes and like 3 huge garbage bags of clothes.
Ooh,
and I've got like 2 rocking chairs, several coffee tables.
Oh, Lord. Every day since I talked to you when you were moving, you could have sat shit out to sale. You should have been done by now.
I should have sold it by now. I should have had a big yard sale, but I have it's been so hot and miserable. Nobody wants to shop. I want to do like a cool bean sale. Like
that's not true. People shop all the time.
I want it
if
to
they can go in the mall. They shop at thrift stores. They shop outside, rummage sales. People do it all the time. They don't stop nobody because it's hot outside.
Yeah, but when I set it up, it's got to be set up for the week. And then at the end of the week, it's got to be gone. I don't want it anymore. I'm using the fence. I've already made my design.
That's why you should use Marketplace to say, the yard sale's over. Anything left out, we have it sitting out. Feel free to come pick it up. Somebody will take that shit.
Oh, girl, I'm going to put it out at the road with big cardboard signs. Free.
Yeah, but market it. Put it on Facebook Marketplace, Gigi.
These people
It goes quicker. It goes quicker that way.
I thought I was a redneck, but these are the epitome of redneck. They don't even fucking Facebook down here.
Yeah.
I'm living in Liberty, North Carolina. Look
Okay, but you're not listening. There's always somebody that watches Facebook. Put it on the Marketplace. You're having the sale. People talk.
I got Karen doing that. I think
I get notifications from North Carolina every day from Marketplace where people are selling. So you ain't gonna tell me ain't nobody in North Carolina doing no motherfucking rummage sales now.
Now, what am I supposed to do? Take a picture of it in the corner in my living room?
Yes, take a picture of everything, or make a video and just pan everything on the table. Make sure you got prices set up and tell them these are the dates that we're going to have it. If it's still here after that date, it is free for you to take. We will leave it outside.
It's not on the table. It's in the corner.
You're not listening. You're going to have to sit the shit out so people know what you have.
I am. I'm going to have to pull it out. This is going to be a whole nother job for me, okay?
Well, hire somebody and give them a couple dollars to help you set the damn tables up, girl.
I think I'm going to take 86-year-old Louise next door for the win.
Oh, so now you're trying to kill an elderly person. You know, you can be so hard-headed, Gigi.
She's in love, though. She loves
You could have been had all that stuff you talking about when you were moving months ago. I thought you been had them set that stuff up and sold that stuff.
No. I'm not
carrying no shit around that I gotta sell to the next place. That shit gonna get gone before I move my stuff.
I didn't have a place for a yard sale. I was on a dead end street. I was the only house down there.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, if you had marketed yourself, the stuff would have gotten gone.
Now, all I meant was scammers on Marketplace. I'm so over Facebook and Marketplace.
If you're selling something, a yard sale, all they doing is coming to look at the stuff. They either buy it or they don't. How's it a scam?
I bought a fucking outdoor container to keep my stuff in for $99 off the marketplace. And I still don't have that motherfucker. And my bank
But
won't give me
that's not what I'm talking about.
$99.
I'm talking about posting to Facebook saying, hey, come to this address on this day, we're having a sale. You put the time up. That's not a scam. That's
My
you
girlfriend
posting it.
Karen did. My girlfriend Karen is taking care of all my marketing. She's bringing a trailer and she's coming down for the weekend.
I've been got that shit out of there. I would have took nothing with me to have to pile up in my new house. I'm not. I don't work like
need
that.
you. Come to North Carolina, Queen. I need you.
For what? I ain't getting ready to get no motherfucking headache fooling with you and that damn shit. You should have been had that shit gotten rid of. You should have never had nothing extra to take to your new house. That's the thing about moving to a new house apartment. You never take nothing you know you do not want.
I didn't have a choice. I didn't have
because I just cleared out some purses. Not even a month and a half, 2 months ago. And somebody in the comment section said, I thought you were going to do a declutter video. Well, I wasn't going to do a declutter video of my own house because I don't really have a lot of stuff to declutter. But I went through some purses and I told myself, you're not going to carry these purses because you don't even carry them. Get rid of this shit. And I hate to say it, I threw some nice purses just in the garbage because I didn't feel like being bothered. I just got tired. I ain't going to fool with them.
Shit in the garbage. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I hate I did that, but that's the only thing I could do at the time. I just threw the shit in the damn garbage can because I didn't want to fool with it, carrying it nowhere.
I did shit in boxes, and I told Greg, just move it. I'm yard selling at the other house. And I was planning on a big yard sale here, and then my girlfriend fell through, and everybody fell through. And I said, you know what? I can damn do a cool weather one where we can sit out here without worrying about the sun cooking us at 9.
Yeah, but you're still holding on to junk. It starts getting cold. You know what you're gonna do? You're gonna get lazy. You ain't gonna want to get up and pile that shit up and stack it up.
We're not getting lazy. We're having a yard sale, and I'm gonna go
I
around
would wait till
Liberty.
winter. I would never wait till winter to do a yard sale. No,
I'm gonna go around Liberty and post signs everywhere, and I cannot wait to go meet some of these people at the corner bar and stuff. And
yeah,
say,
I'm not.
"Hey,
I wouldn't wait. I wouldn't wait till it get cold because you'll get lazy when it gets cold. You ain't gonna want to get up and sort that shit out because it's cold. That wouldn't make no sense. I'd get rid of it now while it's warm.
God, it's hot though, girl. It's not.
It's hot here. I know it's hot.
It's hot.
But the heat ain't never stopped people from shopping. That's the point. The heat don't stop people who thrift. People who thrift, they're already packed up anyway. They don't need that shit they're trying to buy from you. But they will buy it any damn way. Trust me, I've been bumping the people from the thrift store, one store after the other. You go to the next store, they're in that store.
Well, here I am.
I would post that shit to Facebook Marketplace. I would put signs up and I'd get rid of it and I'd put a date on it. If it's still here after this date, you're welcome to take it. I'd leave it right outside where people could come pick it up. It's free. Put a big ass sign when you're done. Free. So whatever's left, to let the people take it. That way you don't have to take it back in.
I'm starting on Thursday, on September the weekend after Labor Day. I'm starting on Thursday, and I'm doing Friday, Saturday, Sunday morning. Whatever is left that is not taken, Greg is going to back his truck up. We're going to load it up, and it's all going to Goodwill.
Yeah, trust me. If you even just set it out near the road before it gets into the road, to the grass part, somebody would take. Yes, because there's always somebody wanting stuff.
Girl, I can't even set anything outside. My neighbor ain't over here. I'd like to have that.
Well, let her take it. What do you care?
I told her, I said, it's going to be at the yard sale if you want it.
Oh, Lord. You want her to spend some money.
Well, she wants a lot.
Well, that's why I said you let the leftovers stay behind and don't nobody buy it. She can take it all over to her damn house and crowd her damn house up.
That's what she can do. She can.
I can say as I get older, I don't want that much stuff. I don't like fooling with nothing. I get mad just going in the junk drawer, trying to keep stuff straightened. I'm sick of shit. I have to tell myself, do you need a screw? Do you need a hammer? Do you need the batteries? Of course I do. But I don't like looking at it. I don't even like knowing it's in the drawer under the cabinet. Even though it's hidden, I don't want to know that it's there.
I did a great thing here. You would be very proud of me. I did not like a junk drawer. There is not a junk drawer.
Yeah, well.
We don't have one.
Well, I don't recommend it. The junk drawer needs to be in order too. Some dividers because that shit gets out of control real quick.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But everything is, I took my time.
Texas, please.
really done a lot here, and everything here is just like everything's falling in place where everything has a place and every place has a
But
thing.
that's the whole point, and that's what people don't understand about having stuff. You cannot just keep buying, knowing you don't have no room for the stuff. You're just gonna overload your space to where shit is sitting in the corner, sitting in the floor, blocking the doorway. I'm never gonna live like that. I want to be able to come out. If they say right now it's a flood, tornado, whatever, I want to be able to get the fuck out my house. I don't want to stumble over nothing, break my ankle hitting 12 coffee tables, 12 eating tables, 12 bookshelves. I hate clutter. I don't even like junk mail. I've told myself now, you're not gonna use the coupon to come in the mail, throw it in the garbage.
Throw it in the garbage.
Throw it in the garbage.
Get rid of it now. Get rid
I
of
usually take the coupons and I put them in the glove box in the car.
I need to find a place for coupons. That's a good idea right there.
You just need a cute little box to put it in. That's how I buy a cute little box.
But when I go to the mailbox every day, I come right by the garbage can. Chunk. I'm not taking it in the house. I don't want
that's
it.
a good idea because a lot of people like to accumulate paper. They got paper from any advertisement that come in the mail. You keeping it. Why you keeping it? That's like living in an apartment and you got the papers that say, here, we'll clean your gutters. Well, you ain't got no gutters to clean, so what you keeping it for? That's stupid.
Here's another damn card from Spectrum. I don't want it.
I hate junk. I swear. I lose my mind the thought of keeping paper, receipts. Only thing I keep receipts is if I buy something in case it breaks and I have a receipt. But other than that, old paper, I advise. Matter of fact, before I get off the slide, I'm gonna say this when I leave. Clean your Gmail account, all them old emails. Clean any excess paper, receipts that you know you don't need. Okay?
Get rid of it.
Get rid of all of it. Clean out your junk drawers. Put a divider in there to make it nice and neat. Stuff under the cabinet that you know you don't use, throw that shit out. Inside of the cabinets, extra food you're not using, donate it, throw it out. Refrigerator, same thing. Old freezer burn, throw it out. You don't need 20 cups. You don't need 20 glasses. Okay?
You don't need it.
You don't need 5 sets of silverware.
Hey, one thing I found that was great, I got to share with you. So, you know those things you hang over a door for shoes that you put shoes in?
Yeah, I got one. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, you know what? Take it and hang it in the laundry room or in the pantry. Put your damn Yeti and to-go cups in it.
You're stupid.
Oh my God, it's amazing.
Well, that's the whole point, is that stuff that they make like that, the door hangers, they can be used for anything. Because I got one that you're supposed to put a towel rack on. I use it for my jewelry. It's hanging in my little entryway closet.
Perfect.
Yeah, I got my jewelry, my costume jewelry hanging on it. And then the other one I got over the door, it's for my towels in the bathroom. I got a shoe rack over the door. You got to find crafty ways, especially when you're in a small space.
I have a wooden scarf rack that works perfect for jewelry.
Yeah, that's perfect. They won't tarnish.
I mean, come on. You just got to organize everything so that when you go to get dressed or when you go out to eat or you go to pay a bill, that you go right to it.
Yeah. And that's the very good point. I'm glad you said that. The worst thing you can do is running late and now you're looking for stuff. Got to dig out something in the floor of the closet. Dig at something under the bed. That's why I don't believe in putting stuff under the bed. I don't believe in putting nothing under the bed. No shoes, not even those plastic things that you put clothes in to take the air out and all that. I don't like nothing because dust goes under a bed.
Yeah.
How do we get on this subject from talking about this kid? Lord have mercy. Talking about you and your all that shit you got.
I do love the new place, though. I love organizing. I love getting it together because I was there for 20 years, and it was more like wherever you can find to put it,
Yeah.
Put it wherever you can find to put it. And we were in a single wide.
Yeah, but you know what? That's how you accumulate clutter too.
That is exactly how I accumulated all this clutter.
Yeah.
And
I don't want all that whatnots. I don't want no bookshelves. I don't want no whatnots.
I don't want it.
I want none of that stuff.
Dust collector's queen.
I like the hotel. I like the look like a hotel. That's the look I like. It's neat. There's no whatnots. If you go in a hotel right now, you don't see angels, figurines sitting out on the table. You don't see 12 different tables and end tables. You don't see a bunch of pillows on the bed. You only have the pillows that you sleep on the bed.
That's all you need.
That's all you need. Nobody needs 15, 20 fucking throw pillows on a bed.
Nobody needs 20 Yetis.
What the hell is that?
I mean, I'm crazy about collecting this stuff, and my husband's like, "You don't need."
What's the Yeti? I don't know what that is.
It's like to go cups, coffee mugs, you know, Yeti cups.
You're right there.
Oh, I'm crazy about cups, and I'll save all these cups and lids.
Yeah, you gotta stop doing that. You gotta stop doing that.
If it didn't fit in my damn shoe thing that I put up, I just put it in yard sale. I don't need all that many cups.
There's nobody there for your husband.
Me and my husband. Very seldom do I get to see the grandkids because I move so far.
Paper cups, plastic cups, they're okay for everyday drinking stuff. You can keep company, grandchildren, but damn. We don't need 200 styrofoam cups.
And don't save that shit from the damn McDonald's.
I was gonna say. Sauce packets. Oh, my mother did that years ago. I was like, damn, you don't need all the damn Taco Bell sauce packets. Oh, I threw that shit out. They got bad as hell. You would think that I had set the house on fire.
So what? You end up a night with no
I
sauce.
said, you're not eating tacos every day, so what do you need all this damn taco sauce for? Who is it? We all sitting here taking all this damn taco sauce from a damn restaurant. Come on, man.
They give it to you, though. I mean, they load your bag for
You can turn it down. They ask you, do you need salt packets, sauce packets? You say yes. Sometimes now they ask you now how many because they want to cut down on the people throwing all that shit away. Just say, I need 2, I need 3. You don't need 10 sauce packets. Great.
My girlfriend tried to get me to take some today from the pizza place. I'm like, I don't need it. I got it.
Yeah, you need to find you some new friends. Damn.
I don't need their sour cream and sauce. I have some in the fridge.
Hey, if I can't use it, it's not gonna be here.
That's right, Queen. I agree. I love it.
I don't like a whole lot of junk.
Me neither. I'm done with it. Thank you for inspiring me to get rid of the junk.
Anytime. Especially where you sleep, that should be your haven.
God, when you realize you don't need this shit. You're like,
you need to. Matter of fact, next time we go live, you need to show me your house. I want to see for myself what the hell you got going on. You probably still got too much damn stuff.
I do. I'm trying to get rid of
frames and pictures.
I'm crazy about jewelry. I collect cheap jewelry, and I'm constantly putting it in yard sale. Right? I went through all my jewelry. I felt so good. I even threw a bunch of cheap shit out. You know, here comes my neighbor. I want you to have that recently. I did that recently. Necklace.
I did that about a month ago. I went through my jewelry.
God, girl, the shit we accumulate.
And I feel better too. Throwing all the jewelry out. I got rid of it. I gave it to this other lady. I gave some earrings and stuff to this older white lady I know, neighbor, and she was so happy to get it. She's like, "Oh, thank you so much." I was like, "You're welcome." I said, "I don't need it. That I'm not wearing them," and you know what I'm saying. And I just keep the bare minimum of stuff.
If you're not using it, then get rid. If I haven't touched it in a year, used it, touched it, failed it, needed it, I don't need it.
Exactly. That's the rule, though. Really, I think we need to start shortening the rule to about 6 months. 3 to 6 months. You start seeing you're not touching stuff, you're not wearing stuff, you're not using it. It's time to get rid of it. You need to check your products, like makeup, suntan lotion, all that kind of stuff. You need to start looking at the dates of that stuff because that stuff gets old quick.
Go in there and chunk it. You don't need something you've had for 10 years. You don't need it.
No, it's deteriorated in 10 years.
Yeah, it's got a funky smell. Get
People
rid
don't
of
understand
it.
about perfume and bath splash. It turns dark when it's expired.
Right.
So when perfume is darker than it was when you bought it, that means it's old.
Yeah, I noticed even my A&E oil had a funky smell to it. Well, I've had it for 2.5 years. You know,
Your
I
what?
use it. It's time to my A&E oil.
Oh.
I like it that A&E oil together, like gets rid of the wrinkles and the scars. You know.
Now, who makes it?
I don't even know who makes it. It's something I found at Walmart. And it was like
And
an
so
anti-wrinkle.
it's just been sitting in the house.
Well, no, I use it, but you only use a little bit of it. I use it on my cuticle. I use it on my knuckles. I use it like when I had I had shingles on my face. So I got a scar on my forehead and all. I used it on that, and it helped get rid of the scar. And then I put it on when I feel like really dry. You know what I mean? It's just like
you just have to go to the store and buy you another tube of it.
It's time. Yeah, it's time to go get a new one. After 2 years, the shit stinks. It's time to get a new one.
Girl,
Chunk that shit and go get a new one.
all right, Gigi. I'm gonna check out.
All right, me too.
But thanks for coming up here and sharing. Next live stream is gonna be about Queen.
It should be because you're awesome and amazing.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about being a Black woman dating in this city, what it's like, and I'm gonna share a personal experience I've had lately.
Oh yay! I would love to hear that. That's interesting.
I'm gonna
to me.
share that. Okay,
I can't
I'll
even
be back
imagine
later.
I can't even imagine what it's like being a Black woman. I'm having a hard time dealing with being a Black woman.
Well, I'm just gonna say this: being a Black woman and dating at 53 is horrible.
Well, it is for a white woman. My twin is.
Girl,
dating.
if I tell you what somebody sent me today, you would die. I can't show it naturally on YouTube because my channel will get flagged. But baby, it's oh my God! I looked at the picture and I had to tap it to blow it up because I said I know this ain't what I think it is. This white man was off the chain. I don't even know if he's really the person behind the profile, but I was stunned when I looked at the picture. I found
Oh my
what
God!
in
My
God's name
twin
is this?
stuff.
Huh?
My twin is single, and she sends me some stuff, and I'm just like, "Girl, you better red flag that motherfucker now."
So stupid. It's this. Have you watched my videos I've shared on my community page, my dating videos from years ago?
Well, I'm gonna have to go back and look.
Girl, they are good. I finished one this morning. You have got to watch the past ones I've shared in the past couple of days. It is worth all 3 hours.
Okay.
they are so good. I've got people from that used to be, part of the network years ago. They came up on the channel, shared their experiences, and weighed in on stuff we talked about. And I'm telling you, we hollered and laughed. I was up in the wee hour this morning listening to my older content.
I'm gonna have to share it with my twin. Let her hear.
Oh, you'll love it. You will love it because I got a lady who used to come on, Terry, and she liked younger men. So she shares her experiences with dating a young guy. Oh, you're gonna fall out. So just go to my community page. There's one about being a Black woman dating, dealing with the bisexual man. Then there's another one about what you would do if your man came home with a baby. What would make you leave a man? That's a good video.
Okay.
And then there's another one. I can't remember the name of it, but they're back to back. You'll see them.
Okay, I'll check them out and share them with my twin. Let her.
Yeah, you see me. The one where I got the orange looking tank top on.
Yeah.
Watch that one first, and then watch the one after that. You'll enjoy it.
I'll let her know. She's not the only one going through this.
You can just listen to them, while you're doing something.
Yeah. Yeah, and dating in your 50s is so hard. God almighty.
I swear. Let me tell you something. When I get through sharing what I've went through the past 2 weeks, you're going to die. This fella I met, when I talk about this Negro just was setting me through hula hoops. It's just horrible.
Oh my God.
Making up stuff, never following through. I was just like, man, leave me alone. Disappear already.
Leave me alone. Yeah. I'm that way with my twin. I'm like, when is he going to leave you alone? And, they disappear for a while and then they come back.
Yeah. I've had that issue a lot. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, so far, I haven't talked to him in a couple of days. We haven't talked see. Sunday, Monday. So Sunday, Monday, never talk. So I just got tired. I couldn't do this anymore because he's just ignorant to me, and I don't think he's genuine. So
my twin the same. I told her, I said, girl, don't talk to him anymore. Just don't talk
I
to
can't
him.
believe you got a twin.
Yes, I've got a twin, and she's single.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
And where does she live? And where does she live?
She lives about 25 minutes from me. She lives in Walburg, North Carolina.
Okay, how old is she?
We're 59.
Okay, what I want you to do is give her my IG.
Okay.
Big Sexy 71. And ask her would she like to come on with me and talk about being 59 and dating.
Oh, I'd love that. I'd love that.
Because I would like to have somebody else up there.
Yeah, somebody another opinion there.
Yeah. So Big Sexy 71. Tell her to message me and tell me who she is so I can accept her, and I'll talk to her and tell her we'll go live if she wants to come on the live panel and talk about dating.
All right, I'd love that. Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, she needs to share these experiences. This is crazy what she's doing. Like,
yeah. Does she stay up late at night?
It depends. If she smokes weed, no.
Damn. Okay. Well, share my IG with her and tell her to reach out to me tonight because I want to talk to her briefly and see if she want to come on.
Right now, she's in.
Huh?
You won't hear from her tonight. She's gambling in Cherokee. That's her favorite thing.
Oh, Lord of all places. Girl, I can't stand going up there. Oh, my goodness. That ride at Chris, I hold on to the damn driver panel like I'm getting ready to have a stroke. I can't do that drive.
Listen, she won't even drive up there. She gets a bus and goes up there.
Yeah, I can't. That drive, that period. Just going into North Carolina, period, coming out of Tennessee is horrible. I can't stand that drive.
See, and
you
I
gotta
love
go through that
going
damn tunnel. I can't do
The
it.
end of Tennessee is my favorite part.
Yeah, I can't go through North Carolina. North Carolina is that ride is horrible.
She says it is. She won't even drive.
You're cutting through a mountain. You're going through a mountain. It's just horrible.
She'll drive anything but mountains. She'll go to the beach.
I can't do that North Carolina. I can fly to North Carolina, but ride? No. Hell no. Hell no.
She won't either. So she does these bus trips.
Yeah. I'd be scared to ride a bus. Big old bus going through the mountain.
I agree, Queen. I agree.
No. That would be even scarier because he's got to ride the brake to get through.
Yeah, I'd rather drive.
Oh, funny. Oh. All right. I'm out of here.
I don't know.
All right.
I'll get my friend to get up with you.
Okay, that's fine. All right, everybody, that's Gigi from North Carolina. Thank you all. We kind of veered off there for a minute, but thank you for following this network, your support. Feel free to follow me on the Newsbreak app. I have not posted anything recently because it takes a little while for things to upload over there on that network, so I haven't posted any videos to Newsbreak, but I do comment a lot on articles, so feel free to follow the Vault XL on Newsbreak. Follow me here on YouTube. Go to my community page to take the polls. I have polls up pertaining to Sebastian Rogers and other breaking news stories. And the network is going to do a little shifting here. So you'll probably see a bit of a change to the content on the network in the future. I like to go back to doing content that I used to do many moons ago on the network. I went back and found some older content, and it's just got me feeling kind of nostalgic to where I'd like to talk about, human interest stories, human relation type content. So that's where the network will be venturing back into the older type content that I used to do many years ago, where I had people come on the panel and they give their opinion pertaining to, relationships, dealing with people, that type of arena. The FBI has offered $50,000 in the Sebastian Rogers case. Once again, take the polls, give me your opinion, why you think they waited this long to offer the reward. I'm going to put that up on a poll as well. I also put up a short pertaining to Sebastian Rogers And once again, follow my posts, follow my content, my shorts, my live streams, and also follow me on the Newsbreak app. If you'd like to donate to this great network, $ Big Angie, 129 Cash App. Thank you for your time. Thank you, Gigi, for joining me. Thank you for all those who came in. Trio, Carol, Texas Lady, Gigi, Sky, Maiden, Skylar, Carol. Thank you all for tuning in, and thank you for your support. God bless all of you. If you have a story you'd like to share of a human interest, you can reach me on Big Sexy 71. I will be talking about relationships in the near future. So if you have a relationship story you'd like to share with this network, just reach out to me on IG. Prayers for Sebastian Rogers. When I get an update pertaining to that storyline, I will bring it to you. Once again, February 26th, he was reported missing out of Hendersonville, Tennessee, and is now at the 6-month mark that he has still been missing. Where is he? Is he alive? Parents refuse to speak. Mother, stepfather, the only person rallying for him right now is his father, Seth Rogers. He still has hope that his child is alive. Is the child alive? If the child is not alive, what happens to him and who is responsible? $50,000. The FBI feels like somebody may come forward to give information pertaining to him. And what will be sad is that a person would only call because money is involved. But we have people who are like that. They're only in it for their own selfish reasons. They know the secret. They know what's going on with a person, but they're never going to share it unless there's something in it for them. So will somebody bring forward information pertaining to Sebastian Rogers in order to get the $50,000 reward? Will they sell somebody out? We will see. Take the poll. Thank you for your time. You've been listening to the